Jimmy scoring at will, and
Jimmy's going that
crazy to
well.
see that.
Well, mother say.
Yes.
But let me tell you
Jimmy's
something,
really
babe.
good.
You could have Steph Curry. You could have Steph Curry. You could have chicken curry. Give me Rockets in 5. Stop that foolishness. And I'm gonna get on. And I'm gonna get on Cat because Cat, you disgust me. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Listen. Hey, I just want to say, one thing, man. Nico Harrison, are you nuts? I mean, you got to be one of the dumbest mother I ever seen.
Overall, I still think the Knicks win the series.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
solely because of
Yeah.
the experience. But
Hold on. I'm getting excited talking about Detroit. All right, hold on.
Oh,
by the way, pull up.
You got excited
All
talking
right.
about that D.
So let's.
Come on.
You on, man?
Hey, the unk. Okay? Listen, man. You got to stay off them blue pills, man. You understand
Hey.
me?
See,
Listen. That boy juiced up on them blue on that blue magic.
he on them
Okay.
diamonds. Wait.
well, you can no longer suck for flag.
Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
Can't be a flag sucker no more.
It's ridiculous. You wanted to suck for him? Crazy.
Hey, yo.
Whoa, not that
Insane
type.
work.
Bro.
Insane work.
Right, not
And
that
while
type.
we're on the subject of sucking for folks,
What?
Are you for real? Think you gonna start episodes like that? Ain't no goddamn way, boy. No way, ain't no way, boy.
But anywho, oh, you gotta look up because I can't say welcome and you looking down.
Oh, okay, my bad.
All right. But anywho, welcome back to Areyounutzz Pod. We finally got the 4 crew here. Ethan finally decided to join us after his hiatus. But anyway, you can explain yourself later. Don't worry about that. It's me, Kyle. We got Caleb, Ethan, like I said, is back. Ethan, please explain yourself for last week's absence, please.
That wasn't that much later.
Okay. I was supposed to be here, and I was at church, helping set up or whatever, and it just ran over. I didn't get home till like maybe 11. So it was late, something like that.
Oh, okay.
He would have seen when David got home. David got home late too.
That ain't what I heard. I heard that you was at the throat doctor getting your neck right. I don't know. That's what the streets is talking. Hey, that's what the streets is talking about. I don't know.
You said.
Listen, no, hey,
Yo.
that's what the streets said.
Hey.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's what I heard on the streets.
Okay.
No, turn it up a little bit. But anyway, well, Ethan, that's your explanation. Obviously, the streets say something else. I guess we're gonna let the folks determine your verdict because I don't know. You seem like you're well and you're moving 360. Your neck can move all around. So I don't know.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. Caleb, how y'all feeling?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I just want to shout out to all the people who have been supporting us. We starting to get some traction on the channel. That was our New Year's resolution for our channel, is to trying to grow the channel. And everybody, we've been getting a lot of support, and love, and comments, and a lot of subscribers. So this has been a great week. Outside of that, man, that's it, man. I'm cooling. I'm running around with my kid again. Playing basketball, doing that. Outside of that, man, I'm good.
Okay, what's your update before I get into my spill?
Ain't no update. Same old. Just finished.
Caleb, are you sweating, homie?
Yeah, it's hot. My AC is off.
Just greasy. What's going on? You over greasy, bro?
Dog, my AC is off.
That boy look like
all week. I wake up.
That boy look like he in the Thunderdome.
Listen, I wake up melted in the sheets, cuz.
Huh?
I'm talking about.
Melted?
I'm talking about. I done lost 5 pounds just off of pure sweat in my sleep.
Hey, yo,
dog.
okay. Hey, you getting hold on, let me call Johnson & Johnson for you. Because what?
Anyway.
I know. Hey, man.
It was finals week this
that
week.
That boy look baby oiled up.
I don't think that's a good thing.
It was finals week this week, so
where the doctor's at.
I passed my class with a 90, so
shout out to Caleb.
Nice.
Congratulations in the chat. But we here for negativity. So let's get into it. Not speaking about negativity. like Unc said, piggybacking off what Unc said, just shout out to everyone supporting the channel, liking, commenting. I know one of the goals we had was to make content that folks would want to interact with, and honestly, the comments have been going crazy this week with the Nico, not Nico Harrison,
Hey,
but
hey,
Colin.
I can finally say his name. All right. I learned how to say
Go,
his name.
go ahead, Unc.
Okay. It's Nico. I'm a lever. Okay. Hey, the Tennessee Vols should have known with a name like I'm a lever. If you ain't giving the money, I'm a lever. You understand what I'm
Well, there
saying?
you go. Well, there you
So
go.
now I know how to say his name. Hey, I got people was calling me like, "Hey man, say the man name right. Call him what his mama call him." Okay, my bad, y'all. His name is Nico Amaliva.
And there you go. So, great comments on the I'm a Leave video. Obviously, the Shadur Sanders video that was obviously going to gain some traction and have some interactions. But we just love talking to folks that watch. But please continue to continue to leave comments, and please continue to subscribe. We just want to continue to grow the channel, get content out there, serious topics, funny topics, give our funny, not serious opinions. Could keep on. Communicating with y'all out there. So we really appreciate it. But as we move into our topics tonight, we're going to talk about Nico Harrison and his ridiculous press conference. That dude is an alien. Something wrong with him. Obviously, we're going to touch on all the series going on. The NBA playoffs are in full swing. We got some sweeps brewing, some Game 7 potential series, and what we are looking forward to the next game. So games 2 and 3 going forward. And of course, the bombshell that dropped this week, Unc, not Unc here, our prestigious, flawless Unc, but the America's Unc out there.
I'm married. Hey, ain't no OnlyFans model over here. Hey,
Hey, America's Unc and his dirty dealings behind closed doors. All right. So we with that being said, let's get into it.
are you nuts?
All right, welcome back. We're just gonna dive into it. And that's not what I said, that's what Shannon Sharpe said back in February.
Hey, that's an excellent transition.
If you didn't know, or you've been living under a rock on another planet. America's favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, has been accused. So if you haven't seen this week, Shannon Sharpe has been accused of sexual sharp.
Accused of being sexually sharp is insane.
That's what he said. A
Yeah,
shark.
I said yeah, bro. Uh, if you haven't
Nigga
seen
said
this
a
week, if you
sexual shark.
okay, if you haven't seen the news this week, if you've been living under a rock, Shannon Sharpe has been accused by a 20-year-old OnlyFans model of a lot of devious activities, as they say these days, SA and that other word, but YouTube algorithm not going. I ain't gonna say it, but y'all know,
The
y'all
R
seen it.
word. The R word.
Yeah, y'all seen it. Shannon Sharpe has aggressively denied these claims. It's come out on his page with the whole doctored up, or not doctored up, but the lawyer talk. I deny this, release the whole tape. And these things, I don't think we need to see another tape of Shannon Sharpe online, but that's beyond me. Um, Listen, obviously there's a lot of directions you can go here, but Unc, go ahead and just get it off your chest and go ahead and because I want to get to sports. I don't want to talk about this. Go ahead, man. Get it off your chest.
No, man. Listen. It's really nothing to get off the chest. It was a shocking thing when I saw it, when I heard about it. It's crazy because it was just announced that he was offered $100 million for Nightcap and a series of other podcasts. And so when you hear that news, then right after that, you hear the allegations of, what was alleged that happened. And then obviously, like you said, he released some text messages that, the lady who her name is Gabby, she was sending Unc, which is very salacious in nature. Half of it is which we can't like say on the actual YouTube airways.
Put that big black baby in me. Oh, that's what she said. That's what Gabby said. I was just saying what she said.
Okay, so
We can say that. That's probably the only one we can say.
so I'm gonna go ahead and
She also did say she wanted a belt pulled around her neck and choked.
dog collar style. So there was some aggressive things. And my thing is, man, listen, and
Hey,
I'm gonna
Caleb,
shout
we
out
need
to
you to
Unc.
join.
We all know that uh we're all fans of Shannon Sharpe, from his days in ESPN, going to Fox Sports One to now going back to ESPN. We all have been fans for him for a while. He has, like you said, America's favorite song. But I got some advice. Okay, even though he older than me, I got some advice for
But you
Unc.
unk, bruh. You unk, bruh. Listen.
Hey, Unc the Unc. Okay, listen, man. You got to stay off them blue pills, man. You understand
Hey,
me?
see,
Listen. That boy juiced up on them blue on that blue magic.
he on them
Okay.
diamonds. What he roll? Was it roll? Is that the name of it?
Listen, I don't
Roll
know.
something.
Yeah,
It's a
listen.
sponsor.
I don't know. Listen, yeah, he got some sponsor them red pills, the blue pills. He might have a combination of both. Okay, it's too much.
That's
Unk is
crazy.
too much. Okay, you got a 20-year-old. You trying to wrestle a 20-year-old, man? You got two brand new hips, man. Come on, man. You can't be doing all that, man. You understand what I'm saying? Right? And you got to be safe out here, man. Right? You're a topic of conversation. You're getting this money. You're gonna be um you're gonna be put in that category as like an active player, even though you're retired. We know me when the active players, you know what I'm saying? The women gonna find you, they're gonna be in your hotel, they're gonna be find out your number and sending you all kind of crazy stuff. And you gotta know that you're a target now, right? And so it's important that, man, I hope this isn't true. Obviously, everything that we said is alleged. Everything that we're saying is out there already on the internet. So it's something that we're not breaking any news or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I think that it's crazy, man. You got to stay off them blue pills, that red stuff. He juiced up. Like you got to. He was talking about, oh, he be having on his commercial. When you take this, it'll have everything hard. It'll have your ass hard. It'll have your neck hard. I'm like, listen, that's too much hardness. You understand what I'm saying? You're too hard. You out here too hard, son. Okay, maybe you need to soften up a little bit. You're too hard. You understand what I'm saying? But man, for all fun and games, right? We don't want to make fun of. Obviously, there are women out there that are actually
Hey,
that
that's a
are being assaulted and stuff. So we don't want to.
yeah, 100%.
We don't want to
Make light of it.
for
Yeah.
relate make light of victims.
Yeah.
But at the same time, obviously what we do here is a funny situation. But that's all I have to
Yeah.
say, man.
Yeah.
Like Stephen A. Smith say, stay off the weed. Listen, stay off the blue magic. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Listen, that's
And
real.
and and and, and, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. She could have been in a Mercedes. Okay. She could have been holding a big back baby. Okay. Screaming out, Shannon, please save me.
Oh, yo.
I got Uncle Five.
Listen. Okay, that was absolutely absurd. All I want to add to that, for the most part, because again, this situation you're gonna have to let it play itself out. Because he split because this is a guy who like he don't even get on elevators with women and stuff. So you know how you feel about women, respectful things like that. What he's portrayed, I don't think he's not the same person that he show us behind closed doors. I think he's the same person. You know, like it's not anything different. He do be talking crazy on Nightcap. If you are a fan of Nightcap, he be saying
He
crazy
got them
stuff
crazy
also.
stories.
So I'm not putting nothing that was consensual past him because Ugly talking crazy what he be saying. You know what I'm saying? But um. It just it's unfortunate, like you said, he had the $100 million deal on the table. You know, you obviously I mean, you're not new, but still relatively new to ESPN, and now you're doing your thing. You're this, that, and that, and five is catching on because now he's on a huge platform, you know, ESPN and whatnot. I just like you said, hoping
And
he
then he had
heal.
that
Hope
situation, the live situation a couple months ago
a
where
lot, yeah.
he on live. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. He too hard. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? You trying to get that poison out of his body, but listen, you got to slow down. You got to
He
take it
probably
easy.
he probably ain't been able to move like that in years, and he got the
Listen,
picture voice to
hey,
say
them
I could
orange,
do all type of stuff.
hey, them red and blue pills is not Skittles. You can't just be popping them like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it easy, baby.
And Skittles were crazy. But I
That
mean,
boy
we just
out
gonna
here trying to
see.
taste the rainbow. Hey, listen, man.
We gonna we gonna see how this plays out. Obviously, he's probably gonna lose the court of public opinion just because if it's thrown out there, you guilty. You know what I'm saying? But if this is not the fact, if in fact not true, then it got to be the same type of punishment the other way around. But we're gonna have to wait and see. You know, Tony
Yeah.
Busby, and he's known for these type of
Hey,
cases.
Tony
He took
Busby is known for
took
this, and
took Deshaun to
I'm
grade.
sure Shannon has some very good lawyers, so we're
Oh,
gonna find out.
of course. Yeah, we're gonna find out. Ethan and Kay,
This the only
anything?
thing I don't like. I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm letting pass it on. This is the only thing I don't like. If this really happened to the women and to these women and victims and stuff out here, if this really happened, all these people accusing men and all that. If this actually happened, why are you not filing a criminal lawsuit? Why are you only filing a civil lawsuit? That means you're only going after money. If this really happened to you, it's disgusting, and he should go to jail. So
Yeah,
you should be
yeah. I mean,
pursuing criminal charges if this actually happened to you, right?
Stuff
And
like
so
that is
that's
hard to prove. You can't especially
but
after a
you
certain
could
amount of time.
but you could do both, okay? You can file a criminal lawsuit and still file a civil lawsuit, regardless of what the verdict was in the criminal lawsuit, right? That
I
happened to
mean that's
OJ, right?
I mean that's
OJ
true,
was found
but
innocent of doing
criminal
what he
charges.
did to his wife, and but he lost a civil suit, so he had to give up the money that he had. The only thing he was left with was his pension. They couldn't touch his pension, but if this would really happen, the same thing with Jay-Z. Tony Busby came out, did the whole story with the lady Jay-Z. Jay-Z said, if this is what I did, then I should be liable and be
He
criminal
countersued
charges.
already.
That got thrown out super quick. Why? Jay-Z got good lawyers, and you understand that you gotta have proof when you just saying these things about these people, man. Like just
yeah,
because
Well, that's
you
what
are
I'm
a
saying though.
celebrity or you have a name, and you have to defend yourself. Now I have to spend money to get a lawyer to defend myself about things that may or may not have happened. And so that's my only thing to the victims, man, and the women out there. If this actually happened to you, man, pursue criminal charges.
yeah. And again, I mean, obviously, their lawyers. Tony Busby has made a living off of these type of cases, and defense lawyers for Shannon. I mean, so they know this stuff better now. So I mean, I can't speak to none of that. But hey, like I said, we gonna see, man. I don't know. Again, it's always. And the thing is, in these situations, you're guilty until proven innocent. There is no proving anything in this situation because everything happened behind closed doors. So will we ever really know?
There's
We
only
won't.
two people that know. Only two
So
people.
so so and for me, Cannon loses out a lot more in this because even in this gray period now, ESPN, I'm looking at an article now, they're mulling what to do, and you know what that means. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna see Shannon on ESPN until this. I mean, we may not see him afterwards. There's a chance we don't see him after. So it's unfortunate. We'll see, man. Kay, you have anything you want to add, or Ethan? Before we move to the next topic
I
there.
like
No,
all I got to
I was
say
only
is
gonna.
Buster. You need to have the mobile what do they call NDAs on standby, right there on the
Hey,
phone.
man.
So hey, you send it to them. You want to participate in X, Y, and Z? Sign this NDA and we straight. And you need to send it back to
Hey,
me.
I
That
heard that from what's the rapper? He got that song. I've been throw up the A, touching the
oh
A,
oh Jack
What's that
Harlow.
dude? Jack Harlow. Jack
Yeah.
Harlow said, "You
Listen.
want to come? You in order for you to enter my house, you got to sign the NDA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't even come inside my crib unless you sign the NDA.
Right.
So
So
that's
Nah.
that's that. Hey,
and
unfortunately, that's gonna be how you have to move if you one of
that's
them
and
guys.
the crazy thing is that's common practice in LA for for anybody who's somebody out there.
Yeah, but I
You
got
sign
these
an
on
NDA to
standby.
do
Here go a
anything.
thousand copies. It's at the door
Exactly.
before you even sign that real quick. But
So
yeah. So let's transition into Mr. Nico, not Nico Amaliva, but Nico Harrison, the general manager of the
Ah,
Dallas Mavericks. So if you haven't seen it, I mean, you may have been living under a rock and not heard this one, but it's okay. So we're gonna tell you what he said. They had their exit press conference, which every team has to kind of recap their season, how the team, or not the team, but the GM felt the season went, why the season went the way it did, and what they're looking forward to doing in the off season, the next season. Obviously, I mean, might as we said 90% of the interview, 95% of it was Luca in the trade, the implications of the trade, what led up to the trade. That's pretty much the entire 20 to 25-minute interview. Kay, I'm gonna start off with you. Nico's double down. Defense wins championships. He didn't move from a lot of things that he mentioned right after they traded Luca, and he also mentioned, and probably the most ridiculous statement ever said, he didn't realize how important Luka Doncic was to the Dallas community and organization. So, Caleb, just give me a quick recap. How do you feel about Nico? Obviously, not getting fired, but or at least right now. But
that's
how do you feel about the press conference and Nico? I think he's an alien.
Dallas Mavericks. This is what happens when you hire a Nike basketball executive or a Nike executive to run your basketball organization. Just because you work in the business doesn't mean you know what you're doing when it comes to basketball decisions. Um, I told y'all from day one I didn't like the trade. Like it made no sense to me. You're trading a young superstar um, in his prime for, I mean, a star, superstar, whatever you want to call it, D, in his own right. But injury riddled. Let's call it what it is. He's never, well, not that he's never had health issues. Let me not say that, but he hasn't been the most consistent health wise, and that's not his fault per se. But I don't see why you would like that's this is it was an unprecedented trade. You've never seen this in NBA history, and you probably never will again. Just because of the fact that the guys, Ethan blanked this out. The guys are hard. So, uh, and then the question that the reporter asked was beautiful because it was on everyone's mind. Nico, why shouldn't you be fired? The answer is you should. You shouldn't have a job. Um, they need to kick this bum to the curb. That's all I have to say.
Ethan, go ahead, man. How you feeling?
I mean, it's. I mean, how do you explain it? I mean, the same way I was calling for the Nuggets GM to be fired. He should be fired. He should have been fired after
He
that
did a
trade.
worse job than the Nuggets GM, though. So,
Sure, sure.
I
like,
don't mean
But I'm
prior to the
saying
Luca trade.
no. I'm not.
I
No, not
I was gonna
prior.
say I wouldn't
Prior,
agree
I
with
think he
that.
was doing fine.
no, that Luka trade wipe out everything that you did
Yeah, exactly.
since you've been hired
Exactly.
and wipe
Yeah,
everything out.
Exactly. So, I mean, what do you do here? I think he should be fired. That's what happens when ownership is changed. So I hope the same thing doesn't happen to the Celtics. But Mark Cuban left, and it's up to whoever's running the show, I guess, to call the shots of decision. For
and
him to
I'm
say
gonna.
that he
Oh,
doesn't know how much Luca
yeah,
means
that's
to
that's crazy.
Dallas
Yeah,
is
that's
that's like
asinine.
that's like saying how much LeBron means to Cleveland, like people that live in Cleveland. Like that makes no like you don't know how much he means. That makes no sense to me. But listen, if that's what he truly believes, that's on him. He tried to walk out the door. Door was locked. Almost like what's that defensive?
Hey, that
What's
was
that
a funny.
defensive
That hey,
dude?
that was the
Jamal
funniest
Adams
part of
when he was
that.
trying to get when he
He
was trying
trying
to
to
get
get
into
out
the
the
jet
room. They
sweep.
locked him in the room. Oh Lord.
You're like, oh no, we're not done
When
yet.
Jamal Adams tried to get into the Jets training facility, he couldn't.
Yeah, and it's like
It's like
locked.
that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna add this because I mean, I ain't got too much to add. I play devil's advocate when it first happened. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the end of the season came and went. Once Kyrie went down, well, it was like, well,
Yeah.
because again, it was like again, as a Dallas fan, you're never gonna recover from this. But AD comes, has 40 and 50. Okay, okay, like oh, okay. Then Kyrie goes down. AD pulls the abductor. Season's over. Burn down Dallas. But anyway, I just want to add. Now, this obviously came from the top, right? New ownership, the new they say, and to the point that we were talking about off camera, about owners and just everything being money driven. This is just from a personal experience of me, but like I'm a WWE fan, and ever since TKO, if you know, like the brand that kind of bought out WWE and UFC, like them, everything's about money now. It isn't about storylines. It isn't about this. It's hey, can we sell merch? Can we sell tickets? Same thing with this ownership group. They want to bring a casino. So hey, casino brings obviously gamblers money. We don't want to pay Luca whatever, 300 million, be over the second apron, get him out of here. So he obviously got the blessing. And it's like, I don't know what he like. Obviously, he's gonna be the scapegoat in this at the end of the day, because if they don't make the playoffs next year,
Dr. Beaton.
like he's gonna be the scapegoat at the end of the day. Although he wanted to move on from Luca anyway, and he
Yeah.
was never gonna get that green light from any other organization other than obviously the Mavs at this time. But I just find it very interesting how money driven a lot of sports is now. And again, this was a huge domino to fall, which I'm wondering what the implications will be going forward for other big stars. But I don't think any star was on the level or the youth of Luca to be
It's
moved. So
clear.
we'll see.
You
But
cost too much. Bye bye.
well,
I don't
hey,
know.
it's brewing here in Atlanta, and I mean we don't have that as a talking point today because I don't want it to be like too centric to like here, but it's brewing now. Although there's rumblings or whatever, Trey said he's not trying to leave, but ownership is rumbling that ownership not trying to pay him 70 million a year. So we gonna find out soon enough.
I
But
mean, it's
I,
their
go ahead,
I,
fault
man.
I,
that it's their fault that what's happening in this city and how putrid
Well,
that team has been. It's their fault. Like I don't see how you could be like, oh, I don't want to play my best player. However, whatever the market dictates, because my best
no, I
player
feel you,
is trying
but
to do his best to win.
putrid is crazy.
no, Ethan, I
No,
understand that, but I understand
what
also
help did he have?
Trey to me is not gonna be our best player if we win a championship. Like I don't feel like that
No,
way about him.
I totally agree
Hey,
with
let's
that.
not
But
get
what I'm
away.
saying is,
Yeah, no,
Hey,
I'm just
let's not
saying.
what
get
I'm
too
saying
deep
is
with
it's
that
their fault.
Atlanta. They don't nobody want to talk about no Atlanta Hawks
Oh
now.
Lord. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. Give us
Okay,
your thing
listen,
about Nico.
listen. Don't nobody want to talk about no Atlanta Hawks. Y'all already gonna steal Cooper flag from me again, so I
Yeah,
don't want to talk
Cooper.
about no Atlanta Hawks. You understand? But
In the
anyway,
words of
I got a question.
suck for flag.
What the hell is even that?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, you like saying that way too much.
Hey,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Kyle,
Yeah, that
Kyle's
is
the
what I'm
flag.
saying.
Kyle's
yo,
the flag sucker of the week.
flag sucker of the week is crazy.
hey, listen,
Hey,
hey,
we won the
uh,
sweepstakes.
hey, man, listen. Hey, I just want to say, one thing, man. Nico Harrison, are you nuts? I mean, you got to be one of the dumbest mother I ever seen. I mean, like, it's just, listen, it's just a poorly run organization. Obviously, you have the new ownership. Like you said, Kyle, they don't want to, it seems as if, they don't want to, spend that type of money on a player. They got other plans. They're building around the area, the arena. And so they have their focus in other places except for building a basketball team. Now, how you sell that to the fans that, we don't really care the type of product we have out there on the court, but we want you to continue to come and spend your money. I don't know. But it's just a terrible situation all around. He goes and gets rid of a 25-year-old absolute superstar, and then once he does the deal, he starts making up all of these things. Oh, he's overweight. Oh, he doesn't play defense. Listen, man, this dude's been averaging 30 points a game. You got your team to the finals last year. At least run it back. You understand? But for me, man, I don't care if you 400 pounds. If you could give me 39 and 7, you could do whatever the hell you want. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a terrible, man. The poorly run organization, again, like I said, in the midst of all of that, it's reported that came out, they were sending out to their season ticket holders that they will be increasing the prices
Increasing the
30%.
prices. Yep.
Like Who thought of that? Like, I mean, this entire organization, and it's a shame because when it was ran by Mark Cuban, you never heard of any of this. He took care of the players, everybody loved him. He took care of the people, the staff in the arena, like a great ownership, great owner. You sell the team, and now look at and I think it's only been like a year or year and a half, and look at how far they're fallen. You know,
Yeah.
this is like an absolute disgrace. It's a travesty. Okay, he said that he shouldn't be judged on this season because the season was riddled with injuries. Like, injuries aren't a part of the game. Number one, number two, you traded for a player who was injury prone. So how that works going forward, and not only is he injury prone, he's 5 years older than the superstar that you just traded away. So I mean, it's a complete disaster. Nico, like I'm usually not a fan, and you guys know this. I am not quick to be like, fire this guy and do that. He need to be fired. Okay, all right. And if he's not fired, I'm really in fear for his life because them people in Dallas is not playing around. You understand? Hey man, hey, I got my ear to the streets.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? They saying them people in Dallas looking for him. You know what I'm saying? He out there in the Airbnb hiding somewhere. We don't know where he at.
He must not be in Dallas. He must be in Fort Worth. Okay.
Hey, I don't know where he
Yeah,
is,
he
but he
might
hiding
be.
and he better hide. Because if them people find him, it's just gonna be a whole new news report that we're gonna have to come on here and talk about. But anyway, man, like I said, man, it's
Hey,
an absolute travesty. It shouldn't have happened. And to try to, instead of being, humble and being, even if you still believe what you say, but you gotta give the fans what they want to hear. Oh, I'm so sorry, but look over here. Just look at what we're trying to build. I understand that
yeah,
we're injured, but this is what we're trying to build, and this is
yeah.
what my plan is. This is what we're doing. No.
Yeah,
This
bro.
is no. I agree with everything I did. I don't regret anything, even though you see the rebuke
It
of your
makes
fan base.
it makes it sound personal almost. You
But my
know.
thing
Yeah,
is,
it's
It was
he wouldn't,
personal.
even if he did that, he wouldn't have won anybody over. Whether you
Well,
say
no,
I'm
we're
sorry or
saying like
not.
the third party, like we're third
no, no,
party
no.
eyes
It's
to.
not about, but it's not about winning anyone over. It's about, how people say, coaches have that coach speak. I'm not gonna give you nothing, but I ain't gonna really, what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lean either way. You gotta kind of straddle that fence. That's what good general managers do. You understand? But when you see your fans rebuke, you understand that your job is part of what your job is not to just build a team that's on the court, but also making sure that your team remains valuable and profitable. And so that means you need people in the stands, you need people in the seats, right? And so if you don't have people in the seats, all what you're trying to build is irrelevant because ultimately, it seems as if this ownership group only cares about money, like Kyle said. So if now you're building something that's okay on the court, but you're there's nobody there to watch it, then you're still in the same boat, right? So you had the best of both worlds. You had a superstar that people paid their money to see. They're gonna buy merch. They're gonna come to the games. They're gonna do all these things. And now because of your
Well,
philosophy, defense win championships. He don't play defense. He's overweight. This and that. You let a
Cuban
guy
always
walk out
said
of your door, and it's insane. The stories that are coming out. You got Dirk Nowitzki, who's been a part of that franchise. Obviously, has a statue in front of the stadium. He was upset. He had people in there. Um, they were saying like his people are leaving. The people who were close to Dirk. They had
Yeah.
split staffs, medical teams. Like it just seems like that entire organization was a mess, and it's continuing going to be a mess until they get a new person in there to kind of rework this thing.
it's not. It's never going to be about a new person or a new GM or any other executive. It's an ownership group. Mark Cuban always said that he lost money running that team, right? Because of how he took
Because
care
he
of
was,
everybody, and
yeah, because he took care of
he
people.
lowered the cost of food in the stadium. He lowered the price of tickets and merch and all these different things, right? So, um, you can obviously tell, like, again, they're trying to maximize profit with this new ownership group, and it doesn't matter who they bring in; it's never going to work if that's all it's going to be about. I understand
Yeah,
that has to be some part of,
yeah.
running a
100%,
Obviously,
team,
you're in the business
but
to
still
make
a
money.
business.
that can't be everything because sports are emotional. Sports are
Well, that's
something
the
that's close
thing.
to America's heart. So you
That
can't You can't have it. Can't be soulless. It has to have
That
some type of soul, some type of flavor to it. You know.
that's my problem with sports now, just as a whole. And again, this would be on the flip side, but about these owners who have no attachment to the game itself beyond seeing the team as an investment. Ask
Yeah.
Phoenix how just spending a boatload of money because they spent the money, but with no true vision, we're just gonna put a bunch of talent in this team and we're gonna win. Ask that owner how that's going out there in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a lot of sides to this, but if you have no connection to the game, no feel for the game, no love for the game, like it takes away from the product, right? So obviously injuries did play a part in that because Gafford was out, Lively was out. These are guys that again, Nico went and got who we were praising him a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, before they made that playoff run. Like you get Gafford, you draft Lively, you get PJ Washington before the deadline. When he went out and got Kyrie, people was questioning that because Kyrie was on that Jewish book thing out of Brooklyn. Kyrie blossoms and man, like, oh my God, look at this move he made. He took a chance on him. We were praising this guy, right? And then
But
this
a lot of
happens.
that was Mark Cuban still too. A lot
No,
of
well,
that was still
no, I'm
Mark
saying,
Cuban.
well, ownership, yeah, but I mean, as the GM, like you, and again, you have to get the green light, at least for the Kyrie move for sure, because it was polarizing at the time. But then you make this move, and then ownership, we don't hold the ownership, they give you the green light to make this move. It's just unfortunate, set of circumstances. Again, Dallas is a basketball loving city, given what Dirk gave to that town. Like they love basketball there, so we'll see where they go moving forward. I mean, I would love for Kyrie to recover. But Kyrie's coming up on a contract, and again, with these penny
They're gonna
pinching
have to pay him.
owners, what? Oh, we're gonna find out, bro. Like we're gonna find out
Well, you
because
see what
him
they
coming
do,
off
and the
injury,
man ain't getting no younger. So
him coming
we
off
see what they do.
injury, and they already don't want to give out no money. We're gonna see, right? But
Bye bye.
um.
Adios.
Let's get into it. Eastern Conference playoff rundown. All right. So right now we have two Eastern Conference games currently in session. Both game twos. And we'll actually start off with the first one, seeing that it is in progress right now. So with 7 minutes, 29 seconds in the fourth, the Cavs are leading the Heat 99-91. They currently lead the Heat. Oh, excuse me. 1-0 in the series. They beat them game one, 121-100. Shout out to my boy Ty Jerome. I tried to tell him before the series, and what was they saying? Caleb shaking his head, and folks trying to make fun of Ty Jerome.
He
Ty
hasn't played
Jerome.
a real defense yet, so we'll see.
I thought Miami was a defensive team, cuz.
Uh,
K
we
K
don't know
K.
what
Don't play
Miami
your
is.
K.
Hey,
Don't play yourself.
We
You
don't know
understand what I'm
what
saying?
Miami is. You know,
why he trying to disrespect
all
me?
I know is
Why
Bam
he
is a
trying to
certified
disrespect me?
defender. You know, Bam.
Why he trying to
Outside of Bam,
disrespect me?
I don't know anyone that guards Ty Jerome is
But
just we don't know
I
who
will.
they are.
But
Okay,
anyway, let's talk about it. So I think we all picked the Cavs to win this series in 4 or 5. I always go, oh, not always, but I after game one, I thought back, and I will continue to think back about that comment that said that we can't put Donovan Mitchell on the same level as Jason Tatum. That comment really stuck out to me because I think Donovan Mitchell is a great player, a great playoff player. Obviously, Jason Tatum's a good playoff player as well. I think that we can say when we were doing like our battles or
Analysis.
yeah, analysis of them, like they cancel each other out. I think that's fair. Some folks think that's blasphemy. But Donovan Mitchell had 30 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Looked like the Donovan Mitchell that we expect to come in the playoffs. Do you guys feel any different about your predictions? Obviously, I don't assume
no,
so. But do you feel more confident this will be a sweep versus a 5 game series, maybe 6?
No,
they might
I
steal a
think
game.
Miami. I think
Yeah,
Miami gets a game or two.
I don't
Yeah, they
see a
might steal a
sweep.
game.
Maybe we get a game, but I'm
You know,
disgusted.
if they
You
have
guys
some
know
pride,
you
they'll steal a
guys
game.
you guys know how I feel. I love my team obviously, and I want them to be successful not just for this year but moving forward.
Yeah.
And in order to be successful in the long term, you need draft picks and being high in the draft would then in turn, hopefully you get one of these generational guys. They got that kid coming out of Florida who's a bucket getter.
Who?
And the point guard in Florida, who led the NCAA in points in
Oh
the
yeah,
tournament.
yeah, yeah.
I forgot. I can't remember his name right now, but he's coming out. And then obviously we all know Cooper Flag. But But moving on, we won the game. We're in the series. I just wanted them to make it respectable. Obviously, I do not want to get it swept. Try to get a game, maybe two games, make it interesting. Kind of beat them up a little bit as much as we can. Um, but I mean, that team is really good. So I was trying to tell you guys last week, or I don't know if that was 2 weeks ago. When we were doing analysis, like Kyle said, I really respected this team because I really watched this team all year. I think they went on like two separate 15-game winning streaks. They're deep. They play together. Um, Donovan Mitchell doesn't have to have a great game for them to win, but when you look at the game, he really like had his imprint on the game. He really controlled the game. Whenever they needed a bucket, he got a bucket. I just love how he picked the spots, getting his guys involved. They're just super deep, and then obviously Kyle's guy Ty Jerome caught fire there in the fourth quarter and went nuts. Had a career high 28 points. So it was rough to watch. It's playoff basketball. I like our fight. I like how we fight. If I have any negative things to say about my team is, Eric Spoelstra, could you please get out of that damn zone? It drives me crazy. The zone drives me crazy because we can't defend. Obviously this day in the NBA, that's a 3-point shooting league. The problem with that 3-2 zone that we run is we can't defend. We can't defend the 3-point line, and then also we're a smaller team, so it's harder for us to rebound. So I hate that zone. And then also, obviously having Khalil Ware play a little bit more. He went a long stretch in the fourth quarter without playing. I think we really need to involve him more within the offense, not just like on lob passes. He's a skilled big. He can shoot three. He got mid range. He got the jump hook. I mean, he's got the entire offensive resume to be able to score and be able to have those I gotta have it buckets. Bam's playing well. And hey, we're gonna fight, we're gonna scratch, we're gonna claw. Y'all understand what the Heat represents, but I think we're just overpowered and outmanned, and they're just a better team than we are.
And to your point about not Darius Garland, but Donovan Mitchell not having to have a great game for Cleveland to have success. So obviously he had 30. Darius Garland had 27. Obviously Ty Jerome had his 28. They were the leading scorers. Jared Allen scored 12, but they were up by so much in the second half and in the fourth quarter. Guys not playing their full minutes. I will say in this game now, just looking at the box score and scoring now. Donovan Mitchell, or not Donovan Mitchell, but Bam is not having a good game. So he's played 36 minutes, only had 9 points, 2 of 8 shooting. Tyler Hero has 27 on 11 of 19 shooting currently. Davion Mitchell has 13. Andrew Wiggins has 10. So we're going to see who comes along with Tyler Hero because you're going to have to get scoring from somebody else. You're going to have
Yeah.
to. On the Cleveland side, currently, Evan Mobley has 18 and 5. Max Strus has 12. Donovan Mitchell has 20. Darius Garland has 14 and 2. So they're playing well again. Scoring is really distributed evenly across the team, and that's what makes a great team. So we'll see where it go from here. They're up still 6 minutes left in the fourth. They're up 194. So it's still anybody's game. They're only up by 6, so we'll see how they close that out.
Excuse me.
Moving on to the next live game, the Celtics versus the Magic. The Celtics lead that series 1-0. Jason Tatum did not suit up tonight after injuring. I think he
Game
has a
actually
bone
ended. They're up
bruise.
2-0 now.
Huh?
The game ended. It's 2-0.
Oh, it just ended. Yes, it did. Yep, the game just went over 109 to 100, so they are up 2-0 in the series. Again, like I said, Jason Tatum did not play tonight because of a bone bruise. I think it was a flagrant foul of
He did
KCP in
that.
game one, and
Yeah, but
KCP
he
gave him a
hurt that
foul.
same thing last year.
Well, that's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
Both his wrists are messed up.
Well, yeah.
So I'll give y'all guys final game stats. Seeing that the game just went final. Again, Jalen Brown goes off, had 36 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists on 12 of 19 shooting, 5 of 7 from the three. Had an amazing game. Al Horford, 9 points. Kristaps Porzingis, 20 and 10 on 5 of 14 shooting, so not great shooting, 0 of 5 from the three. Derek
Bangers,
White, 17.
bangers.
Derek White, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Drew Holiday, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. And your boy, 6 man of the year, Peyton Pritchard, 14 points and 3 rebounds. So obviously Jason Tatum, or not Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown stepping up for his running mate, going off berserk. It's playoff time. Love to see that. On the other side, as Unc likes to call him, Pablo Banchero, 32 points.
That's my dog Pablo, man.
12 of 25 shooting, 9 rebounds, 7 assists.
You say
Franz,
at 26?
yeah, no,
No,
32.
36.
32 points
Oh,
on
32.
12 of
32.
25 shooting, so just under
oh.
50%. Franz had 25, 4 and 4 on 10 of 20, so 50% from the field, although he did go 1 of 7 from the 3-point line. Wendell had 16 and 8, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. Anyone else notable? Anthony Black had 11 points. But again, everybody else, the role guys who they brought in to support Franz and uh, um, Paulo,
Pablo.
KCP, 3 points, 1 of 9 shooting, 0 of 6 from three. You can't have that. You can't have that. Corey Joseph, like I told you, I hate the guard play. 7 points. Where is your boy Ethan, the minister of defense? Oh, he only played 7 minutes, so I'm not even
Yo,
gonna talk about him. Anyway,
chill.
but
That's his boy. That's his boy.
The,
the
the
minister
minister.
of defense.
Who keep stealing Orlando money?
Bro, please. Anyway, but let's
I
talk
mean,
about
they
it. So
keep paying
they're
him. It's just like Terry Rozier on your roster, just
well,
just
Terry.
sapping the
Well, Terry,
Don't
sapping the
worry.
cap.
Don't worry. Terry's done.
Terry be
Yeah.
point shaving. So anyway, he gonna be in
Point
federal.
gambler.
That's federal. Anyway, how do y'all feel about this series? Obviously, Paulo and Franz had good games on paper. Now we were live here, so we didn't watch the game, but um, so we said the Celtics just have too much talent. I said maybe Orlando will sneak a game, but it looks like this may
I
go
think.
4.
I
But
think.
go ahead, go
I
ahead.
think. The Orlando will probably get one game down there, and they'll be 7-5
No,
when they come back here. But if it's a sweep, I mean, I'd be happy too. That's more rest time
yeah,
for
rest. Yeah,
Jason
I hope it
Tatum
goes
because I don't
7
know.
actually.
Okay, that's more rest for Tatum and whatever he got going on. They said he was fine afterwards, and then obviously, I guess once the adrenaline wears off and stuff like that, that's when you really start feeling it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
now they said,
always the next day.
hmm
so now they
And I'm
said
sure they feel
they
confident playing with that team without him against Orlando, given how they played in game 1.
Yeah,
I
against Orlando, they're gonna be fine. It's moving
yeah,
forward after that. Then that's when
yeah. So you give them the
they're really
rest you
gonna need
need.
him.
yeah.
Kay, I mean, how you feel? I mean,
So
obviously that's your team.
not
Anything
too
you want to
much.
add, or just business as usual?
You know, business as usual. Shout out Paulo, shout out Franz, but it's not gonna be enough. Franz, I need you to, you're gonna have to work on your shooting over the summer after we send you to Cancun.
Oh wow. All
I
right.
don't think it's.
So
I don't. I know we can move on. We can move on.
no,
But
go ahead, go ahead, go
I don't.
ahead.
When I say top heavy, I don't even really mean top heavy. It's really
I mean,
just the two,
they are.
and then they don't have. They don't have. I'm not gonna.
On paper,
I mean,
they
I mean,
are.
I mean, I
On
mean,
paper,
the other Wagner brother, he's a really good player, but
He was no. He was.
but
He
he's
came
Mo?
out,
injured.
so.
yeah, he's
So
out. Yeah,
yeah,
Mo's
Wait,
out.
let me tell you something. I had Mo on my fantasy list when Franz and Paulo went down. That
he was
man
balling.
hooping. I do not care what anybody says, but it's unfortunate. And then you can't forget that they also are down Jalen Suggs as well. So a lot of people forget about him
Every year,
from
every down, dude can't stay on the court.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Cole
he's hurt
Anthony,
a lot.
Corey Joseph, Jalen Suggs, and you know what, Jalen, go play pom pom for your girlfriend who's got drafted. You're cut. Don't come back because they
all right.
trash.
Next
I
game.
don't understand why they, bro.
Who's his girl?
The one who
Haley
just got
Van
College
Lith.
drafted.
basketball.
Yeah, there
She
you
just
go.
got
Who?
drafted out of TCU.
Who?
Haley
Haley
Van
Van.
Lith.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
I
You have
think
to look it up after.
did she
she
play for
went to
Miami? I think she
like
played
a
for
transfer. Did she
Miami.
transfer out of Miami? Was
No,
out of Miami, wasn't it, or
no,
into
yeah,
Miami?
she transferred out of Miami. Then I think she went to Louisville. Then she went to LSU, and
Yeah, how
then
many
for her
schools
final
she?
No, I don't
season,
know. I don't know if
No,
she
for her
come
played.
on,
Did
final
she
man.
play on
season,
4 teams? I don't know if
she
she
played on
played
3 or 4 teams. I remember her being.
it was more
No,
than
I'm thinking
yeah.
of somebody else. I think she started at Louisville, then she went to LSU, and then she finished out her year
Maybe.
at TCU. She finished out her collegiate
So
career.
3
But yeah,
schools.
Yeah, 3
but
schools, not 4. I was
basically,
thinking of somebody else.
I don't like none of the guards in Orlando. They need to get a true guard. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about the Knicks and Pistons. The series that we called underdog, da da da, sneaky pick. Did we all pick Detroit?
The spicy
Yes.
that was gonna be my
Unfortunately,
spicy
I
pick, and
wasn't
y'all kind of
here
jumped on the
to pick it.
bandwagon. But I'm gonna let y'all have
First
it
of
this
all,
week.
No, we did not.
okay.
We know
I
what
was
Tibbs
going
is
that
going
way
to do.
anyway.
Tibbs is
I
going to
was
run
going
them
that way
boys into
anyway.
the ground like he
I
been
mean,
doing.
Kyle, you could do a quick summary now, Sim.
Well, I'm about to give a quick summary because this is between this and the Clippers series. I've been really just every play I gotta watch, okay? Because I need Detroit to win. That boy Cade in Game 2 came out and said, "I am here." All right, let me pull up them stats real quick. Hold on, I should have had it ready. My bad. Hold on, I'm getting excited talking about Detroit. All right, hold on.
Oh,
By the way,
You got
pull up
excited
All
talking
right,
Areyounutzz
about
too.
that
so
D.
let's
Come on.
see, bro.
You got
So
excited talking about the big D.
let's talk about both games because this is one thing. This is the series that is currently split 1-1. This could have been a 2-0 series lead by Detroit. That's how I want to start off this by saying Detroit
Bruh.
could have been up by two. It could be 2-0. Third quarter into the fourth quarter, we see a historic, was it 24-0 run? Was it 24-0?
21. 21.
21-0.
21-0 run. And I'm looking at this and I'm just like, and I mean turnovers. A quick shot, you know, we run 18 seconds on the shot clock, shoot it, fast break, layup. I think they got 4 or 5 layups in a row.
Yeah.
Uh, young
It's a
team.
young team.
Yo, no,
You
that's
know,
what I'm getting
that's
to. That's what I'm getting to. Now,
Kate.
I want
Yeah,
to say
Cade's
this.
first time in the playoffs. Yeah.
Uh, just a quick thing for our fans out here. We have a fantasy league that we play every year. We love it. Go back and forth, talk trash. Y'all are right here on the call. Who can y'all name some players I despise fantasy wise? Like, do y'all just? Cause
Tyrese
y'all know.
Halliburton.
Okay,
Tyrese Halliburton's at the top of the
He's
list.
number one.
He's at the top of
Tyrese
the list.
Do
Halliburton.
y'all remember who was
De'Aaron
number one last
Fox.
year? Yeah,
Oh, he
De'Aaron
hates
Fox.
Um,
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
He don't like him either.
um,
Do you remember who was number one last season? Not the past fantasy season. Last
Cade.
Tobias
year, who my
Harris.
number one hated player was. And hint, he's playing in
Uh,
Either
the
Cade or
series.
Tobias Harris.
I said
Tobias.
Tobias Harris.
it
Tobias
is
Harris.
Tobias. But
But
I
but
said
but but
Tobias
Ethan
Harris.
Ethan hates him more than I think you do. But go ahead.
Tobias Harris, I couldn't stand him fantasy wise. He's so inconsistent. You have
Listen, he
40,
hooping,
and then
bruh.
Tobias Harris, I think, is the most important player in this series. Vet wise. Vet wise.
Bro, he's
Yeah,
guarding. They letting him
him
guard
and
Cat. They letting him guard Cat, and Cat ain't doing nothing.
Nothing.
Beasley.
Okay. Malik Beasley hooping. 3-point, either 1 or 2, and 3 pointers made this season.
No, he was one.
One, okay. Tobias is hooping this series, okay? Hitting big shots. Obviously, another vet, Dennis Schroeder, hits, in a sense, the game winner in Game 2, right? With under
Dennis
50
Schroeder.
seconds, 40 seconds to go. He hits
Dennis
that
Schroeder
three, game up,
on his third team this season.
bro. And he's a savvy vet. The guy, I'm going to pick you up 40 feet, 48 feet. I may not be the strongest, the biggest, but I'm that pester, right? I love that in a player.
And he gonna give you
These,
17 points still.
these vets, along with Cade, I mean, giving you good. Jalen Durham, love that guy, love him. High energy. He was on my team last year too. Double guy. Then he got hurt like middle season or whatever. Bro, at the beginning of the game, he dunked so hard. I'm like, that's the intensity the Knicks came out with in the first half, but couldn't finish. And then Cat, like I said, at the tip, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I can talk about Detroit a lot. At the tip, right? Just little things I'm watching. Cade, he like this. Malik, Jaren Durn, not a small space. They cut the cat in the stands. Bro, I hope the Knicks don't win another game. But I'm gonna just say, shout out Detroit for winning their first playoff game in 13, 14 years,
It's
something like
Yeah,
that, something
it's been
crazy.
a long time. I think it's like
And
13 years.
I think with them going back to Detroit, bro, I can't wait to see that home crowd. They're gonna be rocking for Game 3. It was Little
I can't
Caesars
wait till that
Arena or
game
something like
tomorrow.
that. Um,
yeah.
we're gonna see where the series goes. It's gonna be a fun series, but I can't wait to see Detroit host a playoff game. But Ethan, I mean, I'm gonna give you first dibs because you wasn't here, kind of with our picks and stuff last week. But how you feel about the series? Who'd you initially have? If you could be honest with us, who'd you have initially when we first get into this? How you feel now?
I mean, I said that it's very possible. We all said it's possible that
Yeah.
Detroit can beat them. But overall, I still think the Knicks win the series.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
solely because of
Yeah.
experience. But
No, I'm not mad at
Um,
that. Experience might bite you in the butt. I ain't gonna lie. So,
Jalen
yeah, go
Brunson is
ahead.
gonna be your saving grace.
and, I mean,
Hey.
I guess I think that the Pistons can push this to 6-7, but like in the end, I still think that the Knicks come out on top. I don't see it where they crumble that bad. Now, if they crumble on purpose because they want to see Tibbs get fired or he's already supposed to be fired, then okay, well Tibbs is out of there. But
But their offense is really
Yeah,
stagnant. So
Tibbs.
at the game of
They're
games and
not.
then
They're
end the
not.
game too, like third quarter,
But
it's
they're
fourth
not. They're
quarter.
not
stagnant
gonna
at
fire. They're not
times
gonna
though.
fire
It's not.
Tibbs. They're not gonna
They
fire.
should.
It's stagnant at times. It's not necessarily that it is all the time. Like I remember I was watching a sequence. I think they went on like a 12-0 run, and I was like, oh, like Mikal upped the intensity, but like others
Yeah.
weren't really following. I hate how Brunson plays. It's very flop heavy, like a James Harden, Nikola Jokic, what we saw in Game 2. We'll get to that in SGA. I don't like that type of game, but I mean, hey, he's doing what he's doing. So I still think the Knicks come out on top, but it's not going to be something that's easy.
That's how I felt, and that's why I picked Detroit because I don't believe Jalen Brunson is who's going to be leading you to win this series. It would have to be a Mikal or a Cat, which again, Cat out there getting guarded
Oh,
by
okay.
Tobias,
Have
and
you been
Tobias.
watching? Have you been watching all year? Bridges hasn't done nothing all season.
No, I
He
know,
gonna he gonna pick it up now.
well, I mean, you're right in the sense, but I'm saying like they're not gonna win because Jalen Brunson's scoring 40 every night. That's not gonna be the reason. He had 37, they lost, and it was
Listen,
a
and I don't
poor,
even, and that ain't
inefficient
even,
shooting.
and that ain't even, yeah, that ain't even, yeah. Let's talk about that. That's what I want to talk about. Because as a fan base, there are some. As a sports fan, we're all sports fans here, and as a sports fan, you have certain fandoms that are worse than others, that are just unbearable more than others. And I think the New York Knicks fans are some of the most, like, I live down here in Florida. They call us the sixth borough. There's a lot of New Yorkers down here, and I mean, that monstrosity of a franchise has been awful for decades upon decades. They finally get a good team, and now they winning a championship, and this and that, and then Bodega Cat, they ain't gonna, the droid doesn't have a chance, this and that. Now all of a sudden, trade for Trail Bridges in the offseason. Fire the coach. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing about none of that, right? You guys told me, well, not you guys. I'm sorry. I was listening to sports talk radio and stuff like that. Everybody, because like they were debating who was going to be the best player in the series. They're saying Jalen Brunson. How could you put uh 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 what's the
Cade,
young boy Cade and Jalen Brunson on the same? I'm like, are you people nuts?
I mean, what was they watching this
Listen,
season?
listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't front. I don't. I didn't watch any full Detroit game all season. I watch highlights. I'm keeping track of what Cade was doing. He's probably gonna be second team All NBA, and he was putting up crazy numbers. And this dude is a 6'6" guard skills, can do everything. Got the mid range. He can post you up.
Can
He can
rebound,
he can
pass.
drive to the basket, rebound. And you're comparing this dude to a 6 foot guard, Jalen Brunson. That
Who only plays on one side of the court.
he had 37 points, but when you look at the numbers, right? Let's look at the numbers. He had 37 points, but he had 9 free throws. So really, on 27 shots, it took him 27 shots to get 28 points. Like, what are we talking about? I don't want to. He's putting up historic numbers. He's putting up numbers like Jordan. Would you people stop? Are you people nuts? Stop with the Jalen Brunson foolishness. And then on top of that, this
It's
dude
the
is running around the
slobber.
court, flopping around, throwing his body. They say he grew his hair out longer so he could get the effect of snapping his goddamn head back. It's ridiculous. Okay?
That
I
that
don't
is
want to
crazy.
see
I ain't
this.
even gonna hold
This
you.
dude is turned into goddamn Chris Paul. I used to love Jalen Brunson when he came from Dallas. I was like, oh, I like this guy, and now he turned into a Chris Paul. He's nasty.
Yeah,
He's
he
becoming
pulling
a
the
dirty
jersey,
player.
pulling jerseys.
He's running up the court, holding people arm and falling down. Like he's foul baiting. Like, I hate that, bro. You're a good player. Just hoop. Like, I hate when people are like, I understand you the smallest dude in the court. I understand that you're trying to get at every advantage that you can. But hey, listen, man, I'm gonna start calling him Pound Cake Brunson. Okay? Because all he do is pound the rock. Okay? This dude in the last game, have you seen it? Okay?
Bro,
And I'm gonna get on and I'm gonna get on Cat. Because Cat, you disgust me. You understand what I'm saying? All right, you're 7 feet tall, son. The dude didn't take a shot in the fourth quarter. Your team is down. You get paid
That's
$53
Brunson's part
million
too. Now that's
a year.
Brunson's fault too. Get your big man involved now.
Listen,
But no, but I got you. I
listen.
got you. Pass
There's
aggressiveness.
blame
I
to
got you.
go
Yes.
around. Number
Yes.
one, the player itself,
Yeah.
Cat. You get your big ass. You tell them, hey, you guys heard the stories of Shaq. If Shaq don't get the ball, he in there in the halftime flipping the whole goddamn locker room up. Y'all finna pass me the rock. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing
Cat's
about none of that.
personality. Cat has
Okay,
always
all
been
right.
a kitty cat. He's
No, okay,
defined.
cool. All right,
what Cat
cool.
was out
I'm
there
not
doing?
saying
Oh
no,
my
but I'm not saying he
God.
should be flipping stuff over. I'm just
Okay,
saying you gotta
sissy.
demand the ball. You getting paid $53 million a year. I'm the highest paid player on this. I'm the highest paid player on this team. Don't play with me. Hey, pass me the rock when I put my goddamn hand up. It's time for me to get the rock now.
Hey, okay,
Okay,
Cat.
so
Whoa.
I blame him. I blame Jalen Brunson. You're supposed to be the point guard. I understand you a score first guard / two guard, whatever that is. But you're struggling to get your shot off. They got these big dudes on you. You're flopping around. All you're doing is pound the goddamn rock. And then it's two seconds left on the clock. Then you want to pass to somebody. Don't pass it to me with 2 seconds left on the clock. I
No,
don't
no,
want it no
that
more.
that happened a
Yes,
lot
yes.
in the
And
fourth
then you
quarter.
haven't passed me the ball all game. And now basketball is a rhythm game. You can't take 3-4 shots the whole game down in the fourth quarter. You would pass me the ball and expect me to make a shot. I got no rhythm. I haven't touched the ball in 3 goddamn quarters. Okay? And then let me get to Tom Thibodeau. Come on, man. The coach has got to call timeout. Hey, we're going to run a play for Cat. You understand what I'm saying? Why are they not running? Listen, this is what, like, basketball's easy and people make it hard. You run a 1-5 pick and roll. The guy who is guarding Amen Thompson, if they switch that, Amen Thompson cannot guard Cat. If you switch Duran onto Jalen Brunson, listen, stop it with the Amen Thompson, because Amen Thompson got me pissed off because Jalen Brunson got him in a whirlwind. He don't know which way, this direction.
Well,
He
I
didn't
was talking
find
about
out.
Cat.
He didn't.
Well, no,
He
we're
didn't
not
Cat.
talking about Brunson. We're talking about Cat. Cat
Yeah,
is soft as
good,
Cat is
not-
soft as I don't know what. Stop.
But okay,
Sharp
all
and
right,
ultra
that's-
soft.
I
Play
understand,
of the year.
about to say that.
But that dude's 6'7" and Cat's 7 feet. He should not be able to guard. He's probably giving up 50, 60 pounds.
He
Okay,
shouldn't, but he
then
can.
if you get the switch with Duran can't play defense on the perimeter on a guard, right?
Yeah.
He is a post defender. So not one time, and I see him watching this game, and not one time now you Cat run over and try to run a 1-5 pick and roll. Like, that's where the coach come in. Blow the whistle. Hey, what the hell going on? Right? It's been 3 quarters. This dude ain't touched the ball. We got to get one of our best players the ball. Right? So that's my thing. And I had to say that, get that off my chest. For these Detroit these Knicks fans just we're Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5 where? Y'all gonna win goddamn 3 straight. Are you nuts? Okay, knock it off. Hey, Detroit basketball. I want them to win, and I want them to win in 5. I want to get them out of there because they don't deserve to be on the court. Because you know why? They doing foolishness out there. You gotta be. Hey, if you're gonna have a 7-foot pussycat out there, and he ain't doing nothing, softer than cotton now. You understand me? You 7 feet, son. Get your ass on the block. This guy want to pity pat around on the 3-point line. You understand? Get your ass on the block
with his
and go get a bucket.
His armband. You know what I'm saying?
Right? He over there, like you said, I seen the same thing in the beginning of the game. Everybody locked in. This dude is high-fiving the goddamn celebrities. Are you nuts? It's time to go to work, man. You getting paid $53 million for right now, not the regular season, for this. That's what we bought you in here for. And I thought that they had a better team last year than they did this year. Because now, well, you know what they did? They lost all their toughness. They got soft. Why the hell is Josh Hart in the game? He can't hit a rock. He can't throw a rock in an ocean.
Well, that's a part of the team from last year. He's the reason why they stayed in a lot of those games.
Okay, so why don't they put what's that kid name? The 3-point shooter, the little kid, the backup point guard.
McBride?
McBride. Why is McBride ain't playing? Why McBride ain't playing more? Y'all need scoring. That dude get buckets.
Because
like,
that's why.
Yeah,
you know, Tibbs runs a 6-man rotation in the playoffs, no matter what.
Yeah, well, that's when that 6-man rotation get your ass beat, and they're gonna be right next to when they send Pablo to Cancun. guess what? To tell him to keep the seat warm for him because goddamn cat gonna be right there next to him.
All right, hold on. Before I
All
let
right,
Caleb
so
go, on, get your heart rate, let your heart rate cool down. Let's breathe in, breathe out. Oh my goodness. All right, Caleb.
I hate when
so
big people. I hate when big people don't play their size, man. Like
so
you just big for nothing. Like you just big for no reason. Like you just big for what? What you big for? And he's skilled too. How you go 3/4? How you
Uh-oh.
go
EJ
a whole
Johnson.
second
Part two.
half
Part two.
without even taking a
EJ
shot?
Johnson is crazy.
Come on, man. I'm gonna call him
Uh,
cat. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him Big Pussy Cat.
Yeah,
anyway,
Ethan,
it's my
you're
turn.
canceled. We're not gonna highlight what
It's
Ethan
my
just
turn.
said, but you're canceled. Yes.
It's my turn. Okay, so I'm gonna touch on that first,
Wow.
right? Well, actually, I'm gonna touch on Detroit first. Shout out to Detroit. I know everyone in the city got their buffs on. Getting ready for the bling cam at the next home game.
This is gonna be crazy, bro.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be wild. I like the energy they've been playing with. Just the grit and the toughness, and like Unc said, it's the complete opposite in New York, and just what they're doing. It's like they have no direction. For me, when they made the move with Cat, I knew it wasn't going to work, especially because Julius Randle is a black hole on offense, but Julius Randle, he's tough. Like Julius Randle fits the mindset of the team where I'm gonna put my head down, I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna go get a bucket. I don't care if I have to pound the air at the ball and back you down for 27 minutes
that's what he
straight.
did.
I'm gonna
Just
go
for
get
the
me a
mid-range,
bucket.
yeah.
So but Cat's problem has always been I'm too skilled, right? I'm too skilled. I'm not going to play to my advantage. I'm not going to play to my size.
In his mind,
I'm
he's a
not
god.
gonna
He thinks
exactly.
he's a
That's
god.
that's the problem.
You big 7-foot pussycat.
Like
the year y'all told him he was the best 3-point shooting big ever was the year.
That's the worst thing that could ever happen.
The year that started happening.
That belongs to Brook Lopez.
Yeah, okay. Get out of here. Stop it.
Caleb, don't even
come
address
on.
that. But don't even address that comment.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like the way I know y'all all remember that picture.
Brook Lopez slander.
I know y'all all remember that
that's
picture
crazy.
of him versus DeMarcus Cousins back in the day.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that's how I will forever see Cat because that's what he is. He's charming.
I remember when Draymond Green was choking his teammate out, and he just standing there watching.
You forever
big
be
pussycat.
He will forever be Charmin Ultra Soft to me. Okay. Now I'm going to touch on Brunson and Mikal, right? I don't see what the big the big move with I don't see the whole hype around that move, and I'll say that because they traded 5 first-round picks for him, right?
The trade was crazy. It's context. That's all it was. The only reason it was big is because of context. Mikal was the prime 3-and-D.
But that's what I'm saying, though. He's always been like a right. He's always been a Swiss Army knife. Yeah. So I think they over like they just threw it right. You 3 at most if you're a good GM. 3 at most.
Because he was before the Cat move, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But at the same token, I don't think you make that move expecting him to come average 25. But then when he played the way he played, and the Knicks fans, we traded all that for this, bro. He wasn't coming there to drop 20, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So that's never been his role, even when he was with the Suns.
But he was on a bad team in Brooklyn. So who else was going to take the shots? It was him and Cam. And who was that? Cam Thomas, Cam
Thomas, and then Cam comes and Cam Johnson.
Yeah, so who else was going to take the shots? He could take any shots he want. When you're on a bad team, you come to a good team with already a star player. You're not going to get them same shots.
And now the expectations are higher, and now your feet to the fire. So that aspect of the criticism I can get. But go ahead, Kay. My fault.
No, you good. And then I'm gonna touch on Brunson. Now, Brunson, I've always liked your greediness, your toughness, especially coming out of Dallas. Your first year in Dallas, you really looked like you was top 5, top 3 guards in the league. Realistically, you just look like that guy. I don't recognize you right now. I don't know what you're doing. It's kind of disheartening to see you just. I understand drawing fouls and being masterful at it is a part of the game. A lot of superstars have done it. But
flopping ass.
There's pushing it and then there's pushing it. So I just that's disheartening
Hey,
to see. And then lastly, I'm gonna
I
touch on Tibbs.
look like one of them people, bro.
Lastly, I'm
Okay.
gonna touch on Tibbs. Okay, Tibbs, you're sick. You're sick. Tibbs.
That is a sick
Me
Negro.
personally, I would never hire Tibbs as my head coach, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay,
No,
Tibbs
but
is a
Tay,
great regular season coach. Don't get me
no,
wrong.
no, but
He's
hold
a
on. I
great
disagree
regular
with you.
season coach.
I disagree with you just a little bit before you finish, because he's a good, like, if you have a young team and you're trying to get them to get into like playoff contention, he's great at that. But if you need a guy that's gonna take you to the next level, like you want a guy that's gonna take a championship, he ain't that guy. But he's a
That
great, like, let's right the ship of the franchise, get a poor franchise, it's stabilizer. He's a good stabilizer of a
Yeah,
franchise.
he's a
But
good transitional head coach. If you want to get somewhere, I won't disagree with you with that. But at the same time, though, and I guess this is a part of what you were saying, where it has to be a young team, because if it's not, the team is going to be injury riddled because of how he coaches. There's no denying that. He runs these guys into the ground. You know, it's a problem when the Iron Man of the league, Mikal Bridges, the consecutive Iron Man in the league, says, I can't do it no more. I just saw a report today,
they
or
have
an old
their
story
starting,
today.
yeah, their starting five is the highest average in the league.
Yeah,
Minutes played.
you know, it's a problem when you hear these old stories coming out. When Kyle Korver was back on the Bulls, every day before practice, he would wait till the last minute to get out of his car because he knew the beating he was going to take in practice. And Kyle Korver ain't he ain't no defender. He's not an energy guy. He's a shooter. Okay, he's running off screens. It's money every time. You know, it's a problem when you hear reports like that, and these guys, obviously, me as a basketball fan, I don't know how many people will agree with this, but I never forgive him for D Rose. Okay,
All right, we don't want to go too
he
far. We don't go too far.
definitely
Come
has
on.
a part
You're
in
doing
that.
good.
But Tibbs, you got to do better with your rotations. You got to do better with your play calling. And like, obviously you're not going to call a play every single time down like this is a high school game or it's a middle school game. You know, in the NBA it's a game of flow, right? But you have to know when to stop and when to start, and expand your rotation, please, because you can't be playing. You know, I understand playing maybe 9 guys. You're one of the only coaches I see that plays 7, maybe. You
Yeah,
gotta
we'll see.
expand your rotation. Like, it's
But hey,
crazy, man.
shout out to Detroit. We all want Detroit to win, except Ethan.
Listen,
But that's okay. All right. The Milwaukee Bucks and Indiana Pacers and Tyrese Snow Bunny Halliburton,
Your favorite
a-
player.
aka Mr. Overrated.
a
Let's
milkman himself.
Hey, he don't look
let's
overrated to me. I watched the games. No, he don't look
the
overrated to me.
Milwaukee Bucks, or
That boy out
excuse
there
me,
getting buckets.
the Indiana
I don't
Pacers
know.
were
Hey, I don't know what them snow bunnies doing to him now, because when he started on the regular season, he wasn't doing that. But I think they cooking him breakfast. I think they got this fresh orange juice. They doing something. Because all I know is that boy hooping right now.
that boy is talking crazy to Dame, Giannis, and everybody that like, and they mama. The Pacers are up 2-0 in this series. They win game two, 123 to 115. Tyrese Halliburton had 21 and 12, 8 of 19 shooting, 3 of 10 from the three. Pascal Siakam, and I feel like we don't talk about Pascal enough as far as consistency. He is very consistent when it comes to just putting the
Yeah, he
ball in the
is.
basket. Okay, Pascal 24 points, 11 rebounds, 8 of 16 shooting. Uh, Nate Smith 16 points. Miles Turner had 15, 2 rebounds. Another one of them. He
Yeah,
not as bad as Cat, but
he's so.
he close. He not as bad as Cat though.
That
At
boy
least he
big for
gives you
nothing.
some. At least he gives you some effort on
Yeah,
the
he played
defensive side of
defense.
the
He played
ball,
defense
but
exactly.
he
Andrew
can't get a
Nembhard
rebound for nothing.
17 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and Benedict Matherin had 14 points. Giannis had
Benedict
30.
who? Who he play
Matherin, bro.
for?
The Haitian
Benedict
sensation.
Oh
the
wow.
Benedict Matherin. I don't know
And
nothing. I don't know no about no Benedict.
Giannis had 34 points in a losing effort, 18 rebounds, 7 assists. Bobby Portis had 28. Dame obviously had 14 coming back from his diagnosis and recovery. First game back, obviously you're not going to be yourself 100%. He struggled from the floor, 4 of 13 from the field, 2 of 8 from three. Unc, how you feel about this series? Obviously, we pick the Bucks. I feel like a fool, but Holly, Burton, and them are hooping.
Now, did I pick the Bucks or did I pick Indiana? I don't remember.
You said
Because
Bucks.
remember, I didn't think Dame was gonna play, but then they said Dame was playing. I don't
I
remember what I.
I think you said Bucks and 7, and then when Dame was playing, he was like Bucks and 6. I feel like you took a game when because I remember asking you, I was like, "Dame, you think Dame represents that much, huh?" And you were like, "Yeah, bro," but we gonna
Yeah, well,
see.
if I did that, I don't know. But hey, listen, Indiana has a tendency to kind of wane. So I'm not getting off my pick. I don't trust Indiana based off past experience. Okay. They did what they're supposed to do. When the 2 games home, they go back and lose the 2 games in Milwaukee. Then what we talking about?
Oh,
So, but it was a great game, man. Like I said, man, Halliburton, he's kicked it up a notch. He had a subpar a regular season. I thought in the beginning of the season you had him on fantasy, so you know.
but beginning of the season, he
Yeah,
picked it up second half. Beginning of the season was
yeah, beginning of the
very
season you were
inconsistent.
trying to you was trying to trade him to me, and I wasn't having it. But anyway, uh, yeah, but he right now, man, he is hooping. He's shooting the 3 ball real well. He's getting to the hoop anytime he want. I know he's getting to it with Dame, but Dame hasn't played basketball in over a month. So Dame is trying to kind of going back and forth, but the Dame ain't really the Dame. You know what I'm saying? He's not
Yeah,
really Dame right now. But I'm gonna stick with my pick. I love the way Giannis is playing. If they continue to get Bobby Portis playing out of his mind. He's got a point to prove after coming off of that suspension. So he's playing out of his mind. I love the way he's playing. Brook Lopez is playing well. The problem is they don't really have that much depth. Trent is not shooting like he's not the Trent that we know. He the last couple of years he was leading the league in 3-point percentage. He is not really living up to his capabilities. So role players play better when they go home. So I expect them to kind of pick it up. But I won't be surprised if Indiana does win the series, even though I don't trust them. Like you said, Pascal, Siakam. I've actually seen him play a bunch of times because I've been to Indiana games. I've been to when he was in Toronto and stuff like that. But he's like you said, Mr. Consistency. You already know what he gonna get. He gonna get you in between 20 and 25 points a game every night. That's just he plays hard. But I really like that team, man. Nimhard, the way they playing, they're playing better defense than they played last year. Still not a great defensive team, but a little bit better defense than they played last year. So I'm gonna stick with my pick with Milwaukee
yeah, no
in
switching. Yeah,
seven.
ain't no switching. But yeah, no,
But I
no
will not
switching.
be surprised if Indiana does win the series.
Yeah, hopefully they don't sweep them. Ethan, again, I'm gonna keep coming to you, Ethan, just because again,
They're
trying to
not.
get
No, they're not going
yeah,
unless Giannis get hurt. Giannis is not getting swept. Even
yeah.
if he got to score 60, he's not getting swept.
And Ethan, I just keep get your pick too because we didn't get it last week, but also so your pick and then kind of how you feel about through the first 2 games. I can't hear you, bruh.
Okay, well, did we not see this last year? Why are we surprised? Like I don't understand why people act like we literally saw
Oh
this
wow.
last year. It doesn't matter that Giannis was down. Okay, Dame is down this time. Giannis is there. He's still getting blown out. It doesn't matter.
Oh
It's the
Lord.
same team, the same failed roster. Like, why are we acting surprised?
Ethan,
They're
you
going to
said you
lose.
said Brooke
Because
Lopez is the
Stop
because
Who's
that.
who,
Splash
who's
Mountain is
who's
there.
hold on? Who's
Splash
gonna
Excuse,
lose?
Mountain.
excuse me. Excuse
Who's
me.
gonna
Last time I
lose?
check, it's my turn.
The
Last time
Bucks.
it's my
Milwaukee's
turn.
gonna
Oh,
lose.
my fault. Go
Yes.
ahead, Ethan, my
Okay,
fault.
last time I check, it's my turn. Uh,
Oh, Ethan a little
we
spicy.
know the Bucks are not winning the series. Okay, I don't know what, like, they've been underwhelming the entire year. They finished the what seed are they? The fifth seed, sixth seed? I don't even know.
Cool.
Whatever seed they
Milwaukee's a
finished.
4 seed,
Yeah,
and
4-5.
Bucks at a
Let's say
5.
4-5.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that I'm munching them at 5 and 6 means that they was dookie. So I don't know why we acting surprised here. They're not good. Giannis is their player. Um,
Not for long,
even with
apparently.
even with whatever, even with
Atlanta, here
everybody
he
there,
come.
Ew.
even with everybody there, and I know Dame came back from the thing, and I feel like they rushed him, but forget all that. Even with everybody there, you're still getting shot. The thing about the Pacers, and they did the same thing last year, is They were number one in scoring last year.
Mm-hmm.
You have to outscore them. Like they're and Milwaukee does not have enough offensive firepower to outscore them. It's just not gonna happen. They're gonna lose every single time. They scored one. I don't know what they scored the first game.
They're gonna lose every single
100.
time. So you're saying they're gonna get swept. You're saying Milwaukee is gonna get swept. Is that what you're saying? Is that what I'm hearing?
Ethan, put a stamp
Okay.
on it. Say it if you believe it. Just say it if you
Say it
believe
with your chest, man.
it. Hey.
Milwaukee is out of here. Get them Brooms. Stop
Oh
playing.
Lord. All right. Hey, that's
You have a
spicy.
buck.
Right.
You
They
have a
gonna
duck.
get one. They
We
gotta
know they're
get
gonna
one.
suck. Pacers in 5.
It's crazy. All right. So Ethan's calling the Bucks sweep, and the final game that we talked about in the Eastern Conference. I think Giannis got to get one. Like Unk said, I mean, if Giannis got to score 87, he's not gonna let him get swept. Bro. I can't
You were
feel it.
not gonna sweep Giannis unless he got
So
unless his leg is broken.
So
He
like
is
I
not getting
said,
swept.
in case y'all haven't realized, Giannis hasn't won a playoff series since they lost to the Celtics in 7 games, and that was back in 2022. And it's
Okay,
not to say that he hasn't been playing well. Let me
winning a
finish, please.
series.
Let me
But
finish.
hold on now. You said winning a series.
Can I say the entire point? Let me
Go
say the entire
ahead.
point before you try to say something.
Go ahead.
He hasn't won a series yet. I understand that it's a team effort, and to be honest, I think throughout the playoffs since then, he's averaging like 30.
Yeah, what are you getting at?
He's averaging 35 and 15
Crazy.
for the playoffs since
Yeah.
22.
for the
Yeah. So
Look
what I'm getting at here is no matter how much he drops, it doesn't matter. Okay, he's getting.
So what
swept.
is your point? You did a roundabout thing to say what exactly?
Because
What
you're
does winning
telling-
a series have to do with winning the game? You said,
No,
he hasn't won a series since lost to Boston Celtics. You just said they're not gonna win a game. I'm asking you, they're not gonna win a game. I said he's gonna win
what
one
I'm
game.
what I'm getting at.
Well, you
is
acting like he
saying-
hasn't won any games. Winning a series and winning the game is totally different things.
Like I said, look at last year. Number one, number two. What I'm gonna get at is you said he can drop however many points, 87 points. Giannis ain't gonna let that happen. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna happen. Okay,
All
it's
right.
gonna happen.
We're gonna see.
getting
Put
swept.
your money up.
Okay?
I'm not even a Buck fan. I'll put my money on that. I'll put my money on Giannis. I tell you that right now. The hell you talking about?
Okay.
Well, we will come back to this point if in fact they do get swept or not.
Talk to me on Saturday. And let's
Yeah,
see what
exactly. Answer your goddamn phone now, because you know to hide when you're wrong. Now,
happens. Talk to me on Saturday and let's see
All
what
right.
happens. Or Sunday.
Western
Whatever the game for it is.
Conference Series. Let's start with the snooze fest, and I'm not spending more than 2 minutes on this.
Not even
The
30
Thunder
seconds. Let's
are
just move
literally
along.
spanking the Grizzlies to grits.
facing the pillow. No Vaseline. My lord.
All right.
There's nothing really to say about
Just
this.
getting
Lord have
dominated.
SGA isn't even playing good, and they're getting beat down.
I mean,
bad.
do we even have a
Right.
chance? They get pillow drive or
No.
pile drive by
Just getting-
67.
Just
face
getting
down, ass up. Just take
getting
it.
pounded.
Motherfucker.
Next game.
So we're just
Pounded.
going
Pounded
off
on the
Just say
interior.
whatever. Just say whatever. Let me just read you just
Hey,
box score.
I'm gonna just
box
say
score
this:
from game
what they
one,
need to
right?
do, what they need to do with that Memphis team, I think it's time, because for the last 3-4 years now they've been the young team coming up. They ain't young no more. Hey, take one of them jaw grenades and throw it on that team and blow that damn team up. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that
it's
team
crazy.
is finished.
What they
All
could
right.
have been.
Okay,
What-
you lose a game whenever you lose a game by 50 something. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about you. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
playoffs. Not the
That's
regular
embarrassing.
season. Not the regular
Come on, man.
season. The playoffs. It's time to
Really?
pack it up.
Listen.
Drive.
You gotta. Come on, man. Have some respect about yourself.
I
Jesus.
mean, they lost by 20 in game 2. Down 0-2.
Listen, put up some type of resistance. Don't just take it. My goodness.
Shout out to Memphis, but y'all season will be over shortly.
Now
take
you want
that
to talk
back.
about a broomstick? Come on, man.
Take-
Get him out of here.
Take that back with you. Now, let's switch over to a more intriguing series. The Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. Another game that is currently going on. Just giving y'all a quick
It
update
don't
on that
matter
live
because Jimmy
game.
just went down with an injury, so I don't give. I don't care
Oh,
what happened.
Well, we know someone on this podcast is okay with that. But live updates, it is 11 minutes left in the
He'll
game.
be fine though.
Rockets are up 30-20. They're obviously in Houston. They do lose game one, however, to the Warriors,
After
95
blowing a
to
lead,
85. Just
oh
giving
no,
y'all
Warriors
some
blew a lead.
quick box score stuff. Jimmy had 25 on 10 on 19 shooting. Steph Curry, 31 points, 12 and 19. Uh, on the other end, oh my goodness, Sengun had 26 and 9 on 11 of 18. Fred Van Fleet couldn't hit the side of couldn't hit the ocean if you gave him a basketball and stood him right on the beach. Throw it in the ocean, he couldn't do it. Fred Van Fleet, 10 points on 4 of 19 shooting. Can I interest you in that? And let me give you his 3-point percentage. You ready for this? 2 of 19. Or 2 of 13, sorry. Can I interest you in that? No, thank you. Jalen Green, because let's talk about it. Dude, I talk so highly about this guy, right?
He's Mr. Inconsistent. Like
I
I
talk
don't.
so
Why are we
highly
acting
about
like this is brand new?
bro. When you got to cross over eventually, okay? You got to cross over. Jalen Green in game one,
He hasn't, and
7
he's not going
points,
to.
3 of 15 shooting, and 0 of 4. Dre
I
and
see why
Michelle,
Cade went number one.
Dre and Michelle, do your thing, get them right. All right. Anywho, how y'all feel about this series? Obviously, I know I picked Houston. Caleb, I don't. I think you. I
I
think we
picked
all three of
Houston.
us picked Houston
I picked
in this
Houston.
I
series.
hey, I still like Houston, man. Oh, listen, all this foolishness y'all talking about, people talking about, oh, Golden State is a championship contender. Wait, if you don't get from around me with that
Not in my
mess.
book.
Okay, first of all, they won the game by
Hey,
scoring 95 points. They top heavy. You
get away
understand?
from
If
me.
the if these guys just even score their average, they're gonna beat this team. Okay, so I'm not phased by them losing the game, the first
Nah,
game.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna win tonight. Okay, they're still top heavy with between Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry to get into playoffs. They had to both had like combined 70 something points, right? If these two guys don't play well, they will not win. And we already know Jimmy is Mr. Inconsistent. Trust me, I know. Okay, he's never gonna play a game. He's never going to play an entire series. He is not the Jimmy of 2 or 3 years ago. He's never going to play a game, an entire series where he's on the entire series. Okay. I don't want to hear nothing about no Golden State is championship contender. That's hot ass garbage. You understand what I'm saying? So give me the Rockets. I got the Rockets in. I got the Rockets in. I don't remember what I
You
said
said
last week.
six, I
I
think.
I
feel
think either
6,
6 or 7. But give me the Rockets, man. That didn't phase me at all. They didn't. Golden State didn't do anything that showed me like they're such a just juggernaut of a team. People say they're going to go to championship. Knock it off.
Anyways,
yeah, go ahead, Ethan. Go ahead.
if Jimmy didn't get hurt, I would have been Warriors and four.
Stop.
But here's my thing. See,
Wait,
you get the
Warriors
because she
and
was at
Hold on,
hold on
hold
because
And
you was at the
four?
throat doctor last week. You get to come in a secondary after the half the game's already played. Talking about
No, but I
if this
gave
person
these.
didn't get hurt,
No, I
you
gave
gave
these
these picks to
last
who
week.
win.
So me picking the Knicks, you think that's because I think like I if I was going based off what you said, I would have picked the Pistons.
Talking
I'm
about
not picking
if
the
they
Pistons. I'm
and
picking
Golden
the
State
Knicks.
were being full, then still just pick them in 4 then. So okay, if they were supposed to win in 4 to you without Jimmy pick them in 5 then. If they so good, put them in
Yeah,
5.
Warriors in 5.
Okay,
Yes,
go
that's what I'm
ahead.
doing.
Say it with your
But you won't
goddamn
let me.
chest now.
You won't ever let me finish.
Go
You
ahead.
keep
Go ahead. I
interrupting
got
me.
nothing
You
else
will
to
never
say.
let me finish.
I got nothing else to say. Go ahead.
Like I said, if Jimmy comes back tonight, it should have been Warriors in 4, but it's gonna be Warriors in 5. You understand what I'm saying? Mr. Inconsistent over there, kind of talking about something. You need to come through. No, it's not gonna. If you think it's gonna come through in the playoffs, you're sadly mistaken because it's not gonna happen here. Fred Van Vliet,
You talk with such
I can't
affinity,
wait to
what are
bro.
you
I
doing?
can't wait to respond to
Um,
this.
Fred Van Vliet, I don't know what you're doing. Your only hope is one of the top two
Listen, man.
defends whoever the other one is. Um, Dylan Brooks, okay. I don't really know.
Oh
What
my
I like,
God.
what I saw from game one is Jimmy scoring at will, and it was
Jimmy's going
crazy
there.
to see that.
Well, mother say.
Yes,
But let me tell you
Jimmy's
something,
going
babe.
did well.
You could have Steph Curry, you could have Seth Curry, you could have chicken curry. Give me Rockets in 5. Stop that foolishness. I need Rockets in 5. That's it. I said 6 or 7. Now I say 5 because of you. I said 5. Rockets in 5. Enough.
So they're gonna win 4 straight? I don't think so, and I'm with you on the pick, but I don't think so. They're not winning
Come on,
4
man.
straight.
What did you see in that game? Did y'all watch the game? Are y'all
I
watching the
watched the
game?
game. I'm not saying they're not gonna
Come
come
on,
out here
man.
and win
They
4
had nothing
straight
for
though.
Sengun. Who's going to Sengun? They had nothing for him.
And
on, man.
They're not winning 4 straight, Unc.
no, I feel you.
All right,
I also don't think Fred VanVleet's gonna shoot that bad the whole series. I just can't foresee that.
Okay, so
But go
it's
ahead,
my
Caleb. Go
turn.
ahead. Go ahead.
To my brother Ethan over there. No. Just no. Where do I even start? Who your second best perimeter player, or who can get you? Because Jimmy can score, right? But I'm talking about go get you a bucket at all 3 levels and consistently do it. Is who? Brandon Pajemski?
Moses Moody.
Disgusting. He got cooked by Elijah Arenas in them open runs. I ain't forget about that. He got cooked by a junior.
all right.
But anyway,
Okay, all right.
anyway,
Let's focus on the series.
anyway. If your most consistent option outside of Stephen Curry is Moses Moody, you're in trouble. Okay. I think the Rockets are just too well balanced from top to bottom. You can say what you want. Draymond he can only do so much quarterbacking on that back line. Okay, he's not doing that much.
Draymond.
Okay,
But I don't want to hear
Steph Curry.
This dude's top 3 in DPO. But I could break the whole league.
Draymond with a triple single, 4 points, 3 rebounds,
Listen,
and goddamn 2 assists.
Listen.
Come on, man.
But go ahead, Caleb. Go ahead.
I meant on the defensive side of the ball. I'm not talking about offense. Jimmy just went down. We don't know how long he's going to be out. He's getting older by the second. Okay, it just seems that this man's deteriorating year after year.
Yet again,
year.
the reason why I believe in Pat Riley do not pay this fool. Take your big head ass coffee and get your ass up out of here. Nobody wants to talk about you.
We know how Unc feels about Jimmy Butler. Okay, I just think they're too the Warriors are not well rounded enough to win this. And if they do win this, they're not going far. We know what they are. Okay, they're fading. Okay, and they're fading fast. Okay, I don't know. We don't know how many. What? We don't know how many.
What do you mean by that statement? They're fading.
They're fading. Now, sure, they're competitive now, but we don't know how much longer Steph Curry is going to continue to do what he's doing. And after Steph Curry goes, no, I just mean as a whole, as an organization. After Steph Curry goes, where are you as an organization? Because you have no direction. You drafted James Wiseman, you got rid of him, and you haven't really made any notable moves since then. So what do you? If they do make it out the first round, they're not making it far, and maybe you have 1 or 2 good years left to Steph, maybe.
Well, I really had high hopes for Houston. They're coming out playing well or better.
Listen, I don't know why you're breathing all hard. I got no resistance. Listen, Rockets in 5. Like I said, you could have Steph Curry, Seth Curry, chicken curry. Give me Rockets in 5. I want to hear nothing about that.
You could have the Houston Rockets, Davy Crockett, Hot Pocket. Give me Rockets in 5.
Like I said, it looks like early on they're coming out. It looks like they're like on a 10-0 run, so it's 36-20 now. Late or mid.
Come on, man. That series over with.
So we'll see. But I am confident in Houston that they can pull this out. Ethan, but your pick. So your pick just to get it officially on tape.
He said Warriors
in 5. That's what he said. I know what he said.
Okay.
Which is real nasty.
Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Clippers, arguably the best series going on, not only in the Western Conference, but in the playoffs currently. The series is currently tied up at 1 apiece after the Clippers won game 2 in Denver, right? Yeah, they were in Denver for game 2. They won, where are those stats? 105 to 105 to 92, or 105 to 102. Excuse me. Kawhi Leonard was going off. Let me tell you something. We always throw around, DeMar DeRozan, What are we talking about? Shay's mid range. These
Mid
guys,
range.
mid range assassins. That boy Kawhi Leonard put on a mid range assassination in game two. I love to watch that, bro. Like, I mean, that nasty shot, because, his shot is very distinctive. When he come off his hand, he
Yeah, because
all,
he got them big ass hands.
yeah, them claw
The
hands.
freaking ball, the ball looks so small in his hand, even though he's not that tall.
Let me tell you something. Kawhi Leonard put on a clinic. That zone that they were running, he always ended up with like Murray or somebody on him, cooked them, just turn around 1-2, right over the top. He
Bang.
had 39 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 15 of 19 shooting. Boy, dude only missed 4 shots, bro, all
And
night.
3 or 7 from 3.
Uh, 4 of 7. He had four
Oh,
threes, cuz 4 of 7 from three. Just feeling it.
Better.
Norman Powell, 13 points. Didn't shoot as well, but chipped in 13. Zubac,
He had
16
the
and
big shots
12.
down the stretch.
I mean, Zubac, I'm not gonna say he deserved MIP over Dyson Daniels, but if he won, I wouldn't be mad. Shout out to Zubac. James Harden, 18 points, 7 assists, 7 to 17. Chipping in when he could. He had a couple just to keep the game because the game went back and forth. I think they had 21 lead changes or something like that. Hit big
Close to
shots to
typing.
keep him in the game. Beyond that, the role players didn't score beyond that, but those top four really put in a lot of work. Good minutes. On the flip side, not Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic at 26, 11, and 10 on 8 of 16 shooting, 4 of 8 from 3. Jamal Murray had 23 and 6 on 9 of 17 shooting. He was a little hot and cold during the game, caught fire like in the third, like early fourth. Hit a couple threes there. Michael Porter had 15 on 6 of 11 shooting, and Aaron Gordon had 14 and 6 rebounds.
Wait, what
Um,
Michael Porter had? Sorry.
13,
15,
15.
15 points, 15 rebounds on 6 of 11 shooting. He
MPJ had
was,
15 rebounds?
yeah, he did.
Mm.
Oh my god.
And
With
Russ,
that
I'll say
tiny
Russ had
wingspan.
14. Russ had a stretch where he hit 2 big threes as well to keep them in the game in the
Yeah,
corner threes
they're
as
not
well.
guarding them out there.
For real, right? Then he went 5 of 11. But just let's talk about this series. Unc, if you want to start this one, let's talk about it. It's
Yeah,
very even.
I
How you feel? I don't remember our
yeah,
picks
like you
either, but
said, this is probably the most entertaining series that we got going on so far, even though it come on so damn late in the night. So it's hard for me to stay up to watch these things, but I usually go back and watch. I gotta give Ethan credit, right? Before the series started, before playoffs started, said he mentioned Kawhi, and
yeah, he
I
did.
said, I don't know about Kawhi because you know what I'm saying? We gotta see him how he said if he stays healthy, but if he continues to play the way he playing, man, and he could stay healthy, the Clippers are going to be a problem. But they got to get out of the series first. I think past this
Yeah.
series, I think they could beat the Lakers or the Minnesota.
hmm
So,
Yep.
but you got to get out of this series because the
Well,
Denver
no. Well,
series, they're
actually,
so
no.
No,
They're not
they
on
will
that
play the
side. They're
Thunder.
they're gonna play the
they
Thunder.
would
They'll
play
play the Thunder,
they would play the Thunder. Okay,
which
so
is great. Which is
yeah,
great.
yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
would be
No,
an amazing
no,
matchup.
no,
But
no, they're
I
not
don't
going
know
to beat
that
the
they
Thunder.
beating them.
But they have to get out of this series first. These teams are really
Well,
equally matched.
hmm,
They
I don't know.
really are, if you look top to bottom, they're really equally matched. So it's a great series. It's go back and forth. No team has gone on to a run where they're like up double digits or anything like that. James Harden's having a great series. Um, Jamal Murray showed up. Even though he was slightly injured, he showed up. Obviously Jokic is going to do what he does. And then you got those, the others, as Shaq say. And you got Braun, who is playing okay. And then Russell Westbrook won that game. Not only did he hit those 2 threes the first game, but there was a series to where he tipped and got probably 2 offensive
Offensive
rebounds in
rebounds.
a row,
Mhm.
and the Clippers could not get a rebound. I don't know what the hell Zubac doing. You 7 feet, you can't get a damn rebound out there. I don't understand what's going on. But Russell Westbrook won that game from that first game, and they're equally matched. So we're gonna see this game. This series is gonna go 7. I don't remember who we picked. I think I picked Denver.
I think I picked Denver
Um,
too.
and I'm gonna stick
I
with
don't
my
remember
pick,
who I picked.
but it could go either way. These teams are really that closely matched.
Um, It sucks that both of these teams are playing in the first round because you would like to see them go further.
Yeah, this feels
Obviously,
like
one
a
has to lose.
this feels like a Western Conference Finals matchup, but it's first
Honestly,
round.
one has to lose. If I would to, going on to next round play the Thunder, I'd rather see the Clippers with a healthy Kawhi play the Thunder. Um, I think Clippers in 6. This the last game. I feel like was lost because Jokic was complaining entirely too much. Every time I
He started,
went back and look at the thing,
he
he
starts,
was barking at the
he's been
refs.
complaining.
He was flopping. He was doing a lot of what Luka did last year, and I was like, what's really happening here? So
He he he, he
Euros.
wants he wants those superstar calls now. That he sees other guys getting, but the other guys,
which
but
he
he
should get.
but he never complains. So,
Hmm.
he not getting really as much calls as the other guys when you don't
But I
complain. But
think I
And it's
think
playoff basketball,
as
so you're
long
not gonna get
as
as
long as
much.
Kawhi stays healthy, this
That
is the
that
thing
that
with the
Knicks
Clippers
Pistons
that's
game was the
very
worst
scary.
officiated game I've ever seen. Go ahead. Sorry, Ethan.
This is the thing that's scary about the Clippers. Like they're dangerous, like I said, but they have two issues: is can Kawhi stay healthy, and can James Harden be consistent? Because James Harden looked good those first two games last year against Mavs, and then broke down like an
but
old
but
geezer
but
on the
but
side
but
of the road.
see but see this season, this team right now, they don't need him to be a scorer as much. If he can continue,
I
if
agree.
he
I
if
think
he
it's
can continue
different
to facilitate,
circumstances.
you know what I'm saying? They got enough weapons and stuff
I think
around that.
circumstances are different. If Norman Powell can do what Norman Powell was doing in the regular season, I think
Yeah,
they'll
if we
be
can drop
fine
like
if he's a
20
facilitator and he
between
has
18 and
yeah.
25.
If he can
Yeah.
drop 20 and Kawhi is getting you 30 or something like that on a nightly basis, and James is right there to add maybe 20 with 9 assists or
Mhm.
whatever, then
9, 10
and then
assists. Yeah.
Zubac is doing Zubac's thing. I find I know people are high on the Thunder, but I find that very very hard to beat. And I know the Thunder are a physical team, like they play
Hey,
physical,
but
but
hold on,
so
you
do
got
the
to get
Clippers.
through to Denver first. Now, you're talking about the
No, I
Thunder. They
understand,
gotta
but
they gotta get.
I'm just saying I picked them in 6. So looking ahead, I'm just saying I think the Clippers are also a very physical team. Whoever is guarding Kawhi is going to be a tough assignment, regardless. It really don't matter. I think in
They could throw
recent
options
years,
at him though.
for me in recent years, the run that Kawhi had in Toronto, to
19.
me, it was just unbelievable to watch that. Like what he was doing, like it
Ethan,
didn't make
I'm
sense.
gonna this is where I'm gonna
No,
come
I'm just
back to you, like fight back because you'll pull out something like what year was that he do that?
19.
2019.
Okay. But then you'll look at
It
me
was
and say,
sick.
"Well,
That was
Giannis hasn't
six
won a
years
playoff."
ago.
Like I just feel like we can't
No,
pull.
no,
But
I'm just
but
what I'm
it
what
We
is
I'm
it
what
can't.
I'm
is a
referring
bit
to. What
different
I'm
because
referring to
Kawhi
is the
hasn't really
last
been
time.
there. Like if we're being
What
honest,
I'm saying
Kawhi
is
hasn't.
refer.
You know,
I'm
All the
referring to
more
him
to
being.
we can't put our like where's this
which
faith
I
coming
understand.
from in
I
Kawhi? Like
understand.
where is
I
his
understand
faith?
what I understand what you're saying. Right, I get it.
His
But we
kneecap could
haven't
fall
really
off literally next
seen.
game. His kneecap could fall off next
Don't
game,
say that.
literally.
Don't say that
I'm just
because then
saying.
it'll
I'm just
happen,
saying.
and then
But
boom,
I'm just saying, like to have
we don't
faith
see
in like
Kawhi for 3 more years, and by that time he's 41.
go ahead, Ethan. I was just saying the faith in Kawhi. I don't understand where the faith or the foundation of it is
We
coming from.
saw it last night. That's why.
Okay, wow. To the end of the regular season, 2 games. But I understand.
Bruh.
I'm cool with that. But okay,
No.
go ahead.
I, I'm just saying Clippers in 6. That's it. Go ahead, Caleb.
Um, I'm inclined to agree with E. I would say in 7. I don't remember who my pick was last week. I'd have to go back and look. If I said Denver, then you know, I'd have to rock out with that pick. But I don't know. I just like what I'm seeing. God forbid Kawhi blows out his knee or something. But stop. God forbid he blows out his knee or whatever. But
Like there's a lot of like
I
what
just
ifs in the series. You know what I'm saying? Like that could
right.
happen. He could
So
also have a.
or
Let's
he
say
could
he has
he
a
could be
2019
healthy.
run,
Yeah,
right?
he could be healthy and
Right.
carry it
And
all the
he
way.
MPJ could come out and have 40. He gonna go 11 for 11 from three. Like it's a lot of what ifs in the series, which I like. Very again, like Unk said, just two very evenly matched teams, in this series. So we'll see where it goes. But Ethan, you said Clips in 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Clips and
Go
6 is
ahead.
crazy.
If assuming that they do make it past the Nuggets, I think they stop at the Thunder realistically. And Ethan rolling his eyes, but that whole team is just
But guys,
that
let's
whole
just
team
focus
is
on the series that we're in because
Yeah,
we
let's just
can't
focus
be
on
we
us.
can't be looking ahead. We
okay.
don't know what's gonna happen.
So you said you have
Clips
Kawhi,
in
Kawhi,
7.
Kawhi
I have Clips in 7.
Kawhi can also average 35 in this series because we've seen that also. Just how we said,
Yeah.
he may not be able to stay healthy. We could also say we've seen him
That's
have some incredible playoff series also.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So I said Clips in 7. I just don't see. I don't know. The Nuggets feel different this year. Like they don't feel.
I mean,
Yeah, I
I
mean they
feel you.
fired their coach 2 weeks before the season. What do you
They
expect?
don't feel right. So
I feel you with Phil, but 60-point triple double is a 60-point triple double. Because so, hey, listen,
didn't he lose?
now he lost
Yeah,
because of
he
one
did.
singular man. He lost because of one man. But
Well,
if I say his
that one
name,
man.
I'm hating.
Listen, I don't care. I'll say his name. Russell Westbrook. You lost him the game.
Oh
Okay,
Hey,
Lord,
but
I
they
wait.
and listen
but he
and
won.
listen.
But he won them a playoff game.
That's
What I'm
true.
saying.
No, yeah,
That's
it's
true. But
very
Okay,
I'm
now.
talking to the Russell Westbrook fans out there, and this is a little bit off topic, but it's on topic. I don't care what y'all say. The man is past his prime. Give it up, okay?
well.
The man.
Who's
No,
arguing
no,
that?
no. No, the people are like make it seem like because you bring that up or because you call out the flaws in this game and the holes in this game, you're
Okay,
hating. I don't care
okay,
what you say. There are holes in
okay.
this game. Deal with
Again,
it,
not to
okay?
be off topic because this is on topic, but
you are.
the decision making, right? I don't know if y'all realize this. He did the same thing he did in the 60-point triple double game in game one. You're up.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
dude is good, bro.
but
Is your
that's
head
Russell
jam or
Westbrook
what?
though. But
That's always
that's
been
Russell
him.
Westbrook.
That's been him.
He's
That's
gonna
always
make
been him.
stupid bonehead things. He's gonna
Bro.
throw the ball out of bounds. Like that's
Or I'm
just
gonna
that's just
go
who
up
he
when
is.
we're up in the game on two people for no reason. Okay. That'll run me hot. But anyway, last series, and then we out of here, y'all. Los Angeles Lakers, Minnesota Timberwolves. If we had shot
Minnesota.
this, Minnesota. Am I sober? I'm just playing. Uh
Minnesota.
yeah, or whatever Joe Biden said. The Minnesota Timberwolves, if we would have recorded 2 nights ago, the sky would have been falling in LA, burn LA. It would have been tsunami, earthquake season in LA. It would have just been bad. Luckily, they came back, bounced back and won game two, although I feel like not as convincingly as people would have wanted, considering how the first game went. But how do you guys feel from game one to game two? Obviously, people are very narrow sighted and just go game to game. Oh, the Minnesota's going to win the series. Oh, the Lakers got it. Lakers in five. Okay. How do y'all feel about the series? Ethan, we'll start with you and then work our way back for the last series.
Um, it's tough. It's really tough to look at it because the Timberwolves shot the lights out in game one, and the Lakers didn't score over 100. Lakers
What a
didn't score over
sec.
100 again, and they won.
Yeah. So
Um,
Lakers going to play defense like that for the rest of the series?
LeBron hasn't necessarily been LeBron like that we know him to be, right? Luka's been Luka. I mean, so uh, I think this comes down to AR, and Austin Reeves, and LeBron, and how efficient Anthony Edwards is. That's what it really comes down to, and Julius Randle. Caleb, you and Unc, I think y'all brought up. You said I would throw. You said y'all would, if you were JJ Redick, you would throw. You said you would double team Julius Randle, if I'm not mistaken. You said this. Y'all said this before it started. I think y'all said you would double team him. That went horribly
Oh,
in game
Julius
one.
Randle? No, I don't
No,
remember saying
I
that.
No,
said I said I would throw
Oh, sorry, no.
what's
You
his
said you would
face?
double ant. You said you would double ant. I think that's what y'all said, and then
Yeah.
force Julius
Like
Randle to
trap
get
in
involved.
and then make
Like I
Yeah.
said, that went
Make
horribly
Julius
game
Randle
one.
or a scorer.
Right, it went horribly game one, but then game two, they didn't shoot as well.
I think it's
I
a
really
hoax
don't know
though.
who to pick here because I didn't pick. I think this goes 7 games. Um,
Man, who did I pick
and
last week? I picked the Lakers, didn't I?
Minnesota. I think Minnesota edges it out.
Didn't I pick the Lakers? I'm
Minnesota
pretty
at
sure I picked the
7.
Lakers.
I think that I think it goes 7. I think this is going to go back and forth. This isn't something where it's just going to be like a complete dominant takeover. I could be wrong.
Who did I pick?
I'm gonna say this. I mean, again, I'm just gonna be that guy who says like the non-sexy stuff, the off the court stuff, and like the mental preparation for things matters to me, right? Again, I don't love when Ants, he's like, I just hate when they throw a zone at me. It's just so frustrating. Bruh, it's part of the game, bro. And he was saying stuff like this last year too.
And when
Where
you
it's like,
when you tell a team that you don't like something, what do you think they're gonna do?
I don't love that. And
Like, just
and
keep your
mind
mouth
you,
shut.
I came out of game one saying, me and Unc, I'll never forget, we talked at nauseum when they beat Denver. Like they beat Denver, but Ant is playing bad. He's not playing efficiently. He's not seeing these doubles coming. Get the ball out quick. You're waiting till these guys got you pinned on the sideline. You flinging the ball, and
He's doing
it was
he's doing a
bad.
better job. He's doing a better
What?
job this year than he did
Well,
last year, and he's doing
right,
a better
and he
job
did
than he
look
was
good.
doing in the beginning of the season also. Because in the beginning of the season he was having a hard time with it. But I think
Right,
he's playing better now with at least passing out of the double teams.
right. And again, game one was the perfect example of that. You doing that, making an extra pass. The others, role guys, hitting shots because they're wide open. You hitting the shots. Game two, on the other hand, was like literally the complete worst case scenario, right? Where we're not getting out of these, getting the ball out quick. And on top of that, the guys are not hitting open shots, right? Now, Ethan, like again, the question I put out there, can the Lakers play that level of defense and keep Ant frustrated and confused for three more games? It's left us to see, right? Um, I think I don't remember who I chose either. Honestly, I want to go like my guts tells me Minnesota wins this series. Because of
I don't know.
the battle of the bigs and can the Lakers sustain that level of defense. But game two, I mean, that's the recipe for success for the Lakers. You keep it low, you drag the game, and it's a I mean, he's a young guy, and you can see you can rattle him relatively easily. It seems like to me. That's how you win this series, and we'll see. Obviously, Gobert is unplayable. I have something else I want to say, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Uncle, how do you
I
feel
was
about
gonna
the
say I think
series?
it comes down to Rudy Gobert and Nas Reed and Julius Randle.
Oh, we know what Rudy
If they win
Gobert
this
does in the
series.
playoffs.
That's the whole team, Ethan. But anyway,
But I'm saying, let me
they
just
still
rephrase
playing.
it. The bigs. It's gonna come down to
Yeah,
the bigs.
they're
If
still
the
playing that
bigs.
Rudy Gobert and that drop coverage, and they got one. They got switching out on Luca, which I hate. Like, fight over the screen, dude. Like, do not put Rudy Gobert on the island. It's not fair. He's
Or
gonna
don't
score
play
or
him
get.
in crunch time like
But
that.
he doesn't. I mean, he can
You
play
have
because
to play him.
they need him to
You
rebound
don't.
because the Lakers are a big team. So if you take Rudy Gobert off the floor, who's going to
So are the
rebound? Julius Randle is an okay rebounder. He's not a great rebounder, right? He's a 6'9". Him and Braun are the same size. You're gonna have him out there at the center spot. Like, I don't know, but um, what I wanted to say is that this is the first time I seen Braun like look old in that first game, right? I know he's coming off of the groin thing, and he's probably not 100%, and he's trying to take his time. He doesn't really play like he was playing really good defense in the beginning of the year, like especially when the trade happened and they had that run where they're like the number one defense in the league. And ever since he like kind of tweaked that groin, he doesn't look the same. And he lets the game come to him. I understand him trying to defer to Luca, and I understand that and him kind of feeling the game out. But at a certain point when you see, normally at a certain point in the game when we see because he has a great feel for the game, he understands like what the game is asking of him in every moment. And usually he knows, okay, now it's especially in the playoffs, like now's the time I got to take over. And then he just didn't go, which is like, just, I don't know. It's something's off with Braun.
Yeah.
I don't think Braun's 100%. And so if they're going to just ride on the back of Luca, he's going to need them other guys to step up. He's going to need Rui. He's going to need, what's my guy's name from, who played for the Heat?
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Gabe.
No, Gabe
Oh, Gabe
Vincent.
Vincent.
He's gonna need Gabe Vincent to knock down some shots. Like he's gonna need them other guys. And if Braun is not 100%, because if you look at it, I really watched Braun close, and
I told you he's not.
he's not getting if the rebound isn't in his area, he's not attacking. I don't think that Gordon is 100%, and so he's kind of like trying to manage it to try to get deep into the playoffs. So for me, man, because of that, I'm gonna go with Minnesota. I think Minnesota wins the series. Because just I don't see
And how many
I
games?
just don't see the Braun looks old to me in the game one. He looked a little bit better in game two, but still, that's not the Braun I'm used to. That's not the Braun from, and I'm not saying the Braun are old. I'm saying the Braun from earlier in the season.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like that same guy. So give me
How
Minnesota
many
in
games?
7.
He's
Yeah,
also
I think
shooting
it's
under
close.
45% the first 2 games, or at like under 45% from the field, which is unheard of for Bron. Like he
Yeah,
play a game, he's shooting 55%, 60% from
yeah.
the field, easy. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things just trends that you notice from the first 2 games, even in the win. What was that? That was yesterday that they played.
Yes, it was last time.
Yeah, so even yesterday in the win, Bron, we'll just pull up his stats real quick. I played 40 minutes, 8 of 19, 1 of 5 from 3, 21 points, 11 rebounds. He still passed the rock. To do what he does. Luca had 31, 9 of 20, and 2 of 8 from 3. And that's one more thing that I was gonna say, because I don't know if y'all remember, but I brought this up either last week or the week before with Minnesota's 3-point shooting. They were top 5 in 3-pointers attempted and shooting in the league this past season. Now again, does that carry
Because
over
of
to the
Ant.
playoffs? We gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? But if they can replicate their success from the 3-point line from game one, I mean they'll be fine. If they can't, it's gonna get ugly, and Lakers will win this. And probably, I don't see this series, looking beautiful. It's gonna be kind of a low scoring, run them down type of series. So we'll see where that goes. But with that being said, and before we log off, I mean, of the live games going on, like I said, the Warriors
I didn't even get a
and
chance to
Caleb, go ahead
talk.
and give your take, Caleb.
Dang,
oh,
brother.
my fault, Caleb. Oh, my bad,
That's
my
how
bad,
you
my fault,
feel.
homie. My bad. Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead.
That's
Go
how
ahead.
you
My fault.
feel. I know you're tired, Kyle, but come on, let's have some
I'm
integrity
here.
here.
I'm here.
Um, um, um,
It's
I don't
about
remember.
integrity.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember who I picked last week, but I'm inclined to say Lakers in 7. For me personally, y'all saying that I understand Braun doesn't look exactly the same, but let's not get it twisted. That's Braun. Okay, I'm about to
I don't
be
know if we can
20.
say that anymore.
Okay, I'm about to be what?
You
I'm
can
about to
say
be
that, but hey,
21.
man, father time, man. That
Okay.
hey,
Uh, listen,
it don't
I
wait on no
completely
man,
understand.
and he's defied it, playing all those games, playing all those playoffs minutes, and everything like that. But I mean, it's gonna come a point in time where he don't got it no more. That's just
You right, but today ain't that day, and this
Oh,
series ain't that series. Okay. Um, I'm about to be 21 in less than 30 days. Okay. The man's been in the league as long as I've been alive. I don't know playoff basketball without Braun. I don't know regular season basketball without Braun. Okay. Uh, I believe in him, man. If he's not there physically, I know he's there mentally, right? And that alone gives him an edge. Okay. So for me, it's gonna be Lakers.
Ethan, we can't hear you.
Oh,
He said we're gonna assume his phone died.
what happened? You still there?
Oh, it's reconnected. He going through it over there on that Boost Mobile. Caleb, continue, bro. Continue.
For me, just the mental part of the game, right? Like y'all were saying, how Ant gets easily rattled. Like I truly believe in all seriousness, when it comes down to coaching, and when it comes down to just thinking the game, the Lakers obviously have the edge there.
Yeah.
I really think Braun and Luca and JJ Redick are really out there playing 3D chess. So I just
We gonna
think
find out, bro. Shout out to me, Luca's #1 hater.
I think they can really do something to scheme up a way to win. Like and test out those different strategies and figure out just the ebbs and flows of the game. So
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll
Lakers in
find
7.
out. Hey, listen, what's his name? What's the coach? JJ. I mean, it's cute him stomping off and pouting and cussing and all that. Why they when they win, but when they losing and he doing all that, we're gonna see how they respond to it. It's cute and dandy now, but those them was grown men you talking to like that, bro. Relax yourself. But anyway, with that being said, just a quick update: halftime score in Houston: Houston 60, Warriors 46. So we'll see how the second half of that game
Yeah,
goes.
let's see how your old man Warriors are doing.
Jalen, hold on, let me just pull up Jalen Green stats. Let me see how he's playing. Jalen Green, 15 first half points, 4 assists.
Hey,
I like what
can
I'm
y'all hear me?
seeing. Unk is
Yeah,
back.
Yes.
We was
that
just
boy
getting ready to
Unc was
close out.
struggling.
He is going through it. That and Nam over there
Hey,
is
listen, man, I'm
crazy.
having some technical difficulties over here.
Boost Mobile.
But yes, well, Unc, welcome back and thank you for joining us for the closing of the episode. But to everyone else out here watching again, thank you for joining us tonight. Obviously, we recapped the entire playoff series up to this point, so all the game ones, pretty much to this point, all the game twos, a couple live games. We touched on the Shannon Sharpe allegations and where that's gonna go and what that means in today's current world. As far as relations and whatnot. Um, and we also talked and touched on Nico Harrison, the worst GM in the history of GMs. There's been some bad GMs out there, but he's supplanted himself atop that Mount Rushmore. So we're gonna find out. Obviously, history will tell because if the Luca don't never win no championship for the Lakers, I mean, obviously you still can't trade that guy away. And in some parallel universe, if the Mavs win a championship, will all be forgotten? Who knows? But again, thank you all for supporting us, checking us out. Please sub to our YouTube, Are You Nuts Pod on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Same name, Are You Nuts Pod. And we're on TikTok too, right, Ethan? Same name. I don't think we have any underscores or nothing, right? Same name.
Same name.
And you
Same
can
name.
find that link in our Instagram bio, our YouTube bio, and our TikTok bio to find all the other socials as well. But without further ado, you guys have anything else to say before we close it out?
Hey, man, 85% of you people out there in the world that's watching our episodes are not subscribed. Please, to the 85% of y'all, it don't cost nothing. Just push the button, man.
Yeah,
Push the
push it
button.
right there
Subscribe.
or right here. I
Push it
mean,
right now.
right
All
there.
right. Push the button. Support your boys, man. We are growing. We're getting growing our fan base, and we really appreciate everybody out there that's showing love and supporting us. So thank
Yes.
y'all again. And that's all I got to say, baby. That's it. We gone.